All right. So here we are and back. All of you wake up after being after the last thing, like you have a headache, you're coughing a little bit, but you are fully rested from last session.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, long rest. Yay.
What?
Long rest? Right?
The
Yeah.
rest of
Long
the
rest, yes, long rest, yes.
Yay.
Wow.
Fireballs.
You feel battered about. You quickly check yourself. At first, you can't find it, Caldrum, but you can see. So you keep searching, and you are able on the ground, just kind of around you. You're able to find the sextant.
Oh, okay. That'd have been bad.
But you look around, and this is very the ground is soft, and there's like there's a membrane against the walls, but also it's ornate. Like there's large oblong tables surrounded by ornate wooden chairs that decorate this room. This covered with platters, plates, bowls, silverware, silver chalices, but there's also walls made out of bone and flesh. At the place settings, there's delicious smelling fresh seafood, and the chalices are filled with fine wine. And there's this bright light that's provided by a pair of chandeliers that hang from the ceiling, and these bone sconces that are set into the wall, each holding like a candle that burns with the silver flame. You see the chandeliers swinging back and forth in rhythm with like a swaying motion that's felt throughout the room. And you listen, and there's music playing. And you look, and there's an organ against a wall that just is going by itself. It looks regular, except that you see that the stoppers and keys are bone.
Is it just the 6 of us in here, or is it the whole crew of the... Are there any of the other...
Yeah, is the
active Craig wall.
Yeah.
Is
so
the chick that kept counterspelling here?
yeah, so as you're becoming like you're taking all of this in, looking around and realizing that you are sitting in a chair at this table, and across from you are the people from the other ship, including the one that was demanding the sextant, just kind of coming to as well.
How many of them are there?
4 total.
So we're inside a big ass fish thing, and it has chandeliers and looks nicer than my house.
Are we
and
good?
it has tables and such.
Yeah, and you see the one that was harassing you is staring at all of you, and kind of like has their hands out and has quieted the rest, and they're all just staring at you, observing.
Just because at this point, I'm sure a lot here will qualify, but I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Everything.
Given that I'm sitting at the table and I can't like get up and do the whole ritual, I won't be able to cast it as a ritual. But let's just go ahead and cast it. And tell me what I see, because I'm sure it's something.
Yes. You look around. There's the candle sconces that are on the wall. You definitely get abjuration magic from them. You get a kind of odd aura from the bookshelves around. I would say probably abjuration as well. The organ definitely has a magical aura around it as it's operating. But yeah, I would say, I mean, and you get the walls have been shaped by magic. Like there's magic at the table. The plates are magical. The cups are magical. There's just so much aura going on now.
So, question.
Yes.
Food, illusion, or conjuration?
Conjuration.
Okay.
Is everyone okay? Is anybody hurt?
Not anymore.
Just my
I'm fine.
pride. I've never been swallowed by any bean before.
Pyro's probably just twitching a little bit. He's still quite he's remembering before falling asleep and still being quite upset at the moment. He's doing his best to not start randomly casting things, but it is
Got like a trigger finger there. It's twitching.
yes, he's
Ugh.
very twitchy and keeps looking at the lady that casts the counter spells on him.
Question.
Yeah.
We're on this side of the table.
Yep.
They're on that side of the table.
Correct.
Is there a seat at the head of the table?
There is that is unoccupied.
Are there any entrances to this room that we can see?
As you look, sure, make a perception check.
$19.
So you do look, and as you kind of look, there seems to be a few doors that are around here. There's one that seems to, like, you just look and it seems like there's a main way, and like I would say the doors look partially made of bone and flesh and almost have a slight pulsing motion. And so it's kind of like a 5-point door entryways that kind of close and come up like irises almost.
Okay.
Is it like a sphincter?
Further question. Further question on the table. You said there's food on the table. Is the food already individually served to us on our plates, or is it food on platters in the middle?
There is food on on plates that are in front of you.
Is there a plate at the head of the table?
There is. It is not filled.
Can I look across the way at the caster woman and ask her if she's willing to talk now that all this has transpired?
Yes. We can have conversation. You three, find a way out of here. And the three around her begin moving around the room. What is it you want to talk about?
I am unsure the wisdom of wandering the chamber before our host arrives.
We need to get out of here.
Do you know what's going on with this place? Have you been here before?
No, I've not been swallowed by this thing before.
What is this thing?
I don't know. I
Well-
saw a lot of teeth and a lot of flesh.
Well, ma'am, the thing that swallowed us was large enough that it could have digested the ship whole. If that's all it wanted, we would be dead by now. But that's not what happened, and instead, we all awoke here, seated in chairs, with food in front of us, not of our own doing or volition. There is a power here at work that neither you nor I understand, and it is powerful enough to command a beast such as swallowed our ship whole. I would recommend we defer some respect to the host.
Nicely put, Tonk.
As you say this, one of the warriors you see is inspecting the wall and the candle sconces and just starts bursting into silvery flames and begins screaming.
And without breaking eye contact with her, I just point in that direction and go, "My point."
Pyra is no longer angry. In fact, he's
She looks and like waves her hand and the flames go out. She's like, "Fine, all of you, come back."
and he's upset again.
I love that my little size small gnome just chewed her like that.
Took her down a peg, maybe?
Yeah. You said, and it's very weird because it's this tense moment where you're all staring at each other, but there's this waltz going on in the background from the organ. Dun, dun, dun.
You demonstrated some of your power before. On the other hand, I doubt even you could handle the amount of abjuration magic that I'm seeing in this room alone, let alone the larger body that we are in. The conjured food, the magical piano. I'm not sure what's going on with those books, but I'm going to give somebody credit for it, and I don't want to piss that person off before I meet them.
Looks that might be smart.
Just for sanity check, we have our weapons on us or no?
Yes.
Okay, curious. All right, someone's not afraid of us.
Just kind of staring there. You can see she looks at. She takes out her sextant and begins fiddling with it a little bit, as it looks almost like a copy of yours, and a beam like shoots out and shoots towards one of the walls. She waves her hand over it and closes it. And then you can see that she like touches it 3 times, and there's like this. Her skin begins to shimmer a little bit.
Can I see exactly what she's doing?
I make a perception check.
25.
25.
Right.
I mean, you see her feeling with that. I think.
Like, can I? Do I see it well enough that I can try to mimic what it is she's doing to see if I get a reaction from my sextant?
Yeah, I would say you can definitely mimic her precise movements with that, and your section does not react the same way. She
Does
kind
it have
of
a reaction?
Nope,
No
does not have a reaction. She just kind of smiles, and she goes, Different pieces, different power.
So why are you collecting yours? What's your goal?
Very direct.
I am sure you know our country is.
I thought she explained before.
Yeah, she kind of did. But for the purposes of this session, our country is at war with. All right, what is that? I can't do it. All right. Sorry. Our country is at war with the Empire, as I'm sure you know. These devices can help us win. And at the very least, need to be collected before the Empire collects them.
I actually kind of Dola speaks out, just knowing her other members out of turn. She says, "You know, our group doesn't really like the Empire either. Maybe the enemy, the enemy of my enemy, could be our friend."
Yeah, you kind of just attacked us outright without even talking to us. We could have had an alliance.
Maybe you thought we were easy prey?
Or let's just say we prefer not to deal with the reverie.
I mean, we're
So,
an independent association.
as she
It's not like
says
there's a whole
that-
revelry.
As she says that, I'm going to just pull out a little thing and just do some tinkering, right? Like I'm working on one of my things. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to use my magical tinkering and put a label on one of the sides of this device, so that as I tinker and then I turn, and as I turn, she just says she sees it say worm killer.
He goes, yes, how did you know about those?
About what?
Before the thing swallowed us, you mentioned that.
Oh, well, how did we?
Oh, I think it's something about different pieces have different powers, right?
Yeah, I think it was something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't quite remember exactly how we got that particular piece of information.
I thought that was the one we got in the piece of paper in the cookie, or was that from the chicken? I'm forgetting now.
She softens. She goes, fair enough. And she does have a slight smile. But she's like, the reverie sells to anyone. So enough money that you'll give to the Empire. In fact, it usually behooves them to do so. We're used to, we'll just call them unfair trade practices.
We understand your gripes and the fact that the Empire has money to spend, but we here respect our crew, and our crew have personal means against the Empire. I don't think that is somebody that we want to bed with.
Not unless I plant a bomb under it first.
And after you return whatever it is you are looking for and what it is you will find with these things, that does not mean that your reverie won't simply sell to them anyway.
You make a lot of assumptions about how this actually works. There are principles. There are sometimes principles. But not
Sometimes,
quite that.
exactly.
Not quite that cutthroat, and it's not always the last gold piece that makes the decision. Believe it or not.
Some of us value loyalty over coin.
That could be true. But it all depends who's in power at what time. And I have lived a long time and seen many things.
But the domination of the empire doesn't help you, doesn't help me. We like things relatively rough and choppy. We like things a little unstable, perhaps. Makes life a little easier on the seas, makes business a little bit better. Like, too much power in anyone's hands generally is pretty bad for us. So I really don't see it playing out that way.
All right, now that didn't need to be plural they. That's just Jajal.
Oh man, I saw that.
Mal, make a persuasion check.
Say, can
Survey
I give him some
says
assistance there?
Do I get the D4? Is it still active? No.
No. But you can have advantage because everybody was helping you.
Okay. All right. Persuasion numero dos.
Oh, no.
Even worse, 8.
No.
I was doing so well recently.
You got 2?
No, I got a 10.
Oh, 10. Okay. Wow. I guess that will remain. One thing is for sure: us fighting amongst ourselves will not get us out any quicker.
And I mean, let's be real here. You're not the first lady we've had jump on board our ship and tell us they want pieces of this thing. I mean, you do appear a little more alive than the last one, but you know.
What are you talking about?
We generally don't make it a policy to just hand these things over.
Less catty too.
Do we answer that question that she just asked? I just don't know.
Oh, I'm not.
I don't say. I don't say anything to it.
I get a
but,
specific reaction. I got the reaction that I wanted, and I'm done with that trait of question.
Fair enough. Tonk is pretty calculated. Though it's just stupid. So.
I think Jajal's just going to take a very embarrassed and nervous drink out of the wine.
I mean, there's food on table. Dola's definitely eating it. She's a foodie, so.
Okay.
Tonk isn't chastising anyone, but Tonk isn't eating until the host arrives.
Yeah, as you notice, as you take food off of the plate, it just kind of fills back up, but it is delicious. If you take a sip of the wine, you see that the cup fills up as you drink it after you set it down.
Oh, that's what the type of shit I need right here.
Beginning of ruin for all of us.
And I would say just as you are, as there's this kind of, I would say, tense truce that kind of comes over the room, you do hear, well, I would say, actually, everyone make a perception check. Let's see who sees this.
Damn, can I just not use
16.
Say,
also 16.
I'll say my passive is 16.
Yeah, my passive is 16. I rolled 6.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 6.
Oh, jeez.
3 minus 1 for a total of 2.
Jeez, yeah. So Thola, I would say through the organ walls and just this really weird, like all of your gear looking messed up, dragged out in this ornate room with bone tables and all this stuff. You hear like a slight dripping.
I hear dripping.
And you look, and from kind of the curved, almost domish ceiling from where you are, there's just a black liquid that's dripping and hitting the chair at the head of the table. And then it starts to increase in the drip and very quickly becomes a stream of liquid that's hitting the chair as all of you start to become aware of this. And you see that the liquid itself, like it's almost like wet sand as it starts to pile up and take like this form.
As it's still only just a little pile, as it's still not even much. I just go, our host has arrived.
Yeah, yeah, just as it starts to come up, and then it kind of shifts in, and you see this creature that has like bits of flesh that are distinctly reminiscent of this like unearthly white that you've been used to seeing, but then the other is skeletal, and there's like a green glow in one of the eye sockets. As you see, there's like bits of decay and stuff with a large robe, and is carrying this staff that has a skull on it that also looks it's almost elven, but it's of kind of a weird shape, overly conical, and is inset with a red and a green gem that have a slight glow to them, and the staff itself has like various, you could tell is metallic, but it's like a red metal, a black metal, a purple metal all throughout, going down, is intertwined rather, and sits and cracks his head and just says,
so whose job is it to find the phylactery?
Welcome, my honored guests, to my charming home. I'm the master of the Leviathan, but please call me Kavakadas. I hope you enjoy your stay as much as my previous guests.
Excuse me, sir. Did your previous guests leave?
Oh, no. They decided to become part of what I'm doing here.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we're just traveling.
But we were just traveling before.
Yes, and I could always use more help. But very quickly, as he just kind of looks, it goes, he gestures at the books a little bit, and as he talks about guests, right? As you say, like as he says, they become part of my collection. He gestures at the books around as they've decided to stay. Rather, he gestures at the books that are around the room. But do not worry, friends, my guests. Your ships are quite safe. I've kept them in the gullet where no harm will come to them. After all, they are quite interesting, especially yours. He looks at the six of you. I have much to learn about that.
I was going to point at theirs. Yeah, they have a great big ship.
But what I will offer is you can join the servants if you so desire.
I'm not one for books. What does this servanthood look like?
Oh, you see, the books are those who did not take my offer.
Oh.
So bad boys and girls become books, and good boys and girls are in the scullery shaving potatoes? Well,
oh, nothing as mundane as that. You will be upkeeping this fine beast as we make our way across the seas and find new things to find. Trusted.
Sorry, Matt. I didn't catch
Yep.
that last bit. We're on our way to what?
Bro, what the fuck is up with Sea Strahd right now? Yeah, Matt, I thought you would like that.
He said he's just on his way across the seas. He's like, and after all, we've been invited to a very unusual island indeed. But at any rate, anything more, and you'd have to join. You have to join. Believe me, undeath isn't that bad. It's actually quite good. So, would you like to join my undead servants, or would you like to become a book?
I just I'm not doing anything obvious here, but I would like to make a basic Arcana check to see if I have some idea of what kind of whatever this thing person is.
Sure, make an Arcana check.
16.
16. Yeah, I would say with the 16, yeah, it's this. You've read about this. This thing is, you're like, this thing is the pinnacle of necromancy. This is a lich.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, I really didn't want you to confirm my suspicions there, Matt. Really didn't want you to do that.
Do you... Okay. So this is a massive, massive life choice, or death choice. However you
Death
look at this.
Yeah. Oh, it's a quick death as he takes his vial of poison out. You'll just drink it. You'll die instantly, and we'll just bring you back. It's quite okay.
I think that we would appreciate some time to talk amongst ourselves to come up with an appropriate response and go over our options. If you could just give us a little bit of time, this is kind of literally out of the blue. Just let us have a conversation, if you would.
Oh, go ahead, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I didn't. Never mind. I'm okay. Thank you. So I guess we kind of I try to usher everyone in and we huddle and.
Yeah, he just stares at you and.
Oh, awkward. Nice. How are we getting out of this one?
This is usually when I mutiny, but it seems like a bad idea at the same time.
Oh boy.
It's like where you need one of them fire abilities where you can size up your opponent and shit.
Was it scan magic for Final Fantasy VIII?
Look,
Yeah, scan, exactly. That was the spell. Oh, Christ. But some were immune to scan. Probably be one of those.
I don't know the details, but this individual possesses a level of magic that allows him to literally cheat death and continue to be a powerful magician into eternity. This is a level of magic we are not prepared for. there is 0 chance of us winning that fight.
I mean, if you'll direct me to the gullet, I'll go pick up the ship. I just know what direction it is.
Is that a no then?
We haven't finished just yet.
Oh, continue.
Well, question actually, is there any part of this where we can still be of use but not die?
Sorry. Before that, Jajal, getting into it, like Dola has a thought. Seeing as he's talking about undeath and things like that. Besides knowing and possibly determining that he is undead, could she possibly try to determine if the whale or being that she's inside is undead?
Sure, make a religion check. At this point, you see, because you never did get her name, the woman raises her hand and lightning crackles at her fingers, and a bolt of lightning streaks across the room directly at Cavalcadus. And about 6 inches away from him, it just strikes and stops. That's kind of the energy, is just like can't get within 6 inches.
Wow.
And just stops. He goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Sparky." Has a big smile.
Your name's Sparky?
That was 11. Sorry, on that religious check.
11, and I get a strong sense.
Okay.
Zola, if you had divine intervention, the Raven Queen would be useful now.
I mean, she did have a long rest. She doesn't typically have that. The only turn the thing that she has is augury. I don't think she.
Divine intervention's a little bit high level for us.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah, no. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
what
she could ritual class. Well, her hands are bound, so she would have to do it as a. But we are in a very good or bad situation.
Your hands aren't bound.
Oh yeah, because I'm eating. Duh.
Yeah, no, you're free to move. Yeah, and I would say, Thola, I think as you realize that, go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh, I'm good at that. I'll do that. Let's do it on the. Oh wow, that's terrible. Why did I even roll that on the digital? I haven't been rolling digital at all.
All right,
That's a 7.
a 7. All right, just continue.
So what do you do with the members who are now books? Do you read them like a life story?
Oh, from time to time. But we'll say that I can't have my staff wearing down. And again, I want to be absolutely clear. I've developed an amazing process. We'll take your souls, we'll store them safely in my laboratory, and you will simply have your bodies, and you will be able to do your work.
Okay.
And people would not listen. Should your bodies deteriorate, either from direct combat or from something else, very simply, we will reform them instantly. No worries, because I'll have your soul kept safe.
This fucking mad scientist of Antwerp. What in the world?
That sounds like a sweet deal and all, but how many of these servants do you have? Is it crowded in the little jars or what?
Oh, no. No one's been smart enough to take me on my offer yet.
Oh,
But don't worry, I'll serve some way. See, you see, either you accept the offer, or eventually this place will kill you, and I'll give you bad jobs to do.
I'd say, could we maybe get a tour of the place?
Oh, but that would ruin the game, little girl.
Oh, game. You said game. What's the game?
Well, what's the point of keeping your ships far away from you if you didn't have a chance to go get them?
Oh.
So there are other options.
Well, I guess technically, but none have made it thus far. But should you fail, as he gestures towards the books again, and bad, awful jobs for the rest of eternity will be yours.
I'm so glad I made another character just in case. I don't know if y'all see that random character in there, but that was me. I had a feeling.
Always a pessimist.
All right. What are the rules? You said there's a game. What are the rules?
Well, it's quite simple. You make it to my chambers and past my guardian and to your ship. You can get out.
And you'll let us out, no catch?
Well, I suppose if you make it past the guardian, sure.
Damn, we're still level 5, huh?
Just out of curiosity, your guardian doesn't have to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat, does it?
As a matter of fact, it's 4.
Yeah. Violence. Oh no, not at all. Though I did piece it together from several creatures. But
That makes it much better, yes.
I call her my Marilich. You will be very happy to meet her.
What the fuck?
May I ask what time of day it currently is?
Goes, I haven't looked, and I don't sleep, so I really have no idea.
8 o'clock?
Well, then the only reference I have is that I just woke up. So I guess I'll have to go with morning. Apparently, I woke up this morning and chose violence.
Can I Matt, can I have a question here? With Wanda's Jesus, with Thola's wanderer ability, would I have a decent location of where we got swallowed?
I mean, I don't think so. Not for this, because there's not.
Okay.
This isn't in like anything you've ever wondered about before. This
Fair
isn't
enough.
man-made or anything like that. Like, there's not. You weren't swallowed by anything in your backstory.
Right, because it could have moved. or
Yeah,
things
there's.
like that.
I would say there's not. No. Oh, it's you're saying. I mean, you do know as far as where you were swallowed. I mean, you guys fairly know that you were to like the south and west, kind of off. Like, I mean, like a few hundred nautical miles off the coast of like the continent of Taldore.
Okay. I gesture over. I look over to some of my crewmates and I say, "Should we call out for help?" I could do that. Give them maybe a idea of where we were swallowed.
And I would say as he does pass, Kaljamas lies and land on you, and he goes, "Tell you what, I'll even make it sweeter. Should you find me at the head, I'll give you a chance to get another one of those little things that you found. It helped me create this thing after all."
I turn to Sparky because we don't know her name yet. And I just look at her and I go, "Looks like I chose violence this morning, and it looks like you chose violence this morning. Should we do this together? It's the only chance we've got."
Before she has a chance to answer, he just kind of smiles and he goes, "Huh. Well, I'm so excited to see what you're all capable of today, given your choices. But be sure to finish your plates. Nutrition is key. And you see this pop, and he teleports away.
Damn.
And she smiles to you, goes, "Yes, well, best we make our way."
Just to be super clear, all the backstabbing happens after we get out of here, right?
She looks at you and she's like, "A game of cards once we kill the thing for the peace. I keep mine, you keep yours. We play for the plunder."
Oh, I like that.
Seems fair. Your deck or mine?
She pauses. She's like,
But
We'll play-
our captor's deck.
so he goes, "I have one of mine.
Mine's not marked.
Neither is mine." We'll figure that one out.
I like that. Can Thola hold an action for when she feels threatened? She's going to emboldening bond Pyro, Mal, and herself.
Sure. We'll see how that goes, but yeah.
Okay.
I could say you can be ready for that.
Right.
I think how that works in combat's a little sketchy, but we'll figure that out.
No, I understand. She just obviously knows the time.
Yeah,
at which
yeah. There's like
you know.
stuff that's happened, so she's ready to go. Basically,
Yeah.
I'll give you that. So you're here, and you notice as he teleports out, where they were. Yeah, it teleports out and is gone. I'll just say that. What would you all like to do?
Is there more black inky stuff where it was seated?
You look. No, the chair is absolutely clean.
How many doors did we notice thanks to Tonk?
So there's actually one door out of here.
Oh, okay.
I'm having a debate. He said, "Be sure we eat. Nutrition is important."
said it's key.
I already did that, so.
I didn't. And I'm having a debate whether he's trying to trap us with it or whether he's actually being cheeky with something that's actually required.
Do I feel fine?
Though you feel good and like I would say during this time as you finished your plate, your meal, there was a little bit of a shimmer and a golden key appeared on the plate.
Oh shit! I will grab the key. I will. I'll definitely grab the key. Man, Poppy's just chilling on the bed, dude. That's like something totally my dad would do. It's something my dad would do. I love that.
That was Sup, couch. That's awesome.
Sorry about that.
All right, Jeff.
I'm just like, hello?
Oh, just streaming to all the world. It's fine. Now,
You're gonna be memed, son. You're gonna be memed.
Might have to figure out a new configuration so that the desk and camera are to a wall.
right.
what would you like to do?
Oh, sorry.
Was there anybody else that was already eating?
I was eating.
Tajal was definitely eating.
Do you want to finish your plate to see if you get one too, or if it's just one of us? We just need one key.
Sure, I'll
Okay. You finish eating. You feel full. It tastes delicious. You look at your plate. Nothing seems to happen.
Cool. I'm still not eating.
Does the other group? Did any of them eat? Because I think there's only 3 of them now, because one of them burned up in Silver Fire.
Well, he got put out. But they look at the whole thing and they all like take rations, like some dried fruit and stuff out of their backs and just kind of chop on it. They don't trust the thing.
Fair. What I am gonna do though, before we all leave this facility, is I do want to cast aid, and I want to cast aid on Tonk, Pyro, and myself.
Okay.
Remind me again, what does aid do?
It's going to be basically you get 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, for 8 hours. So
Pyro's just gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor on himself too. Just
Okay.
because sounds
You
like
got
stuff happened.
Should we try looking at one of these books? I'm just so curious about what he's talking about. Like, people became a book. What? Can I
yeah,
grab
maybe
one?
we should grab a few. I'm not opposed to that. And we should be on our way because time is of the essence.
Would I be able to take a look at the bookcase and see if anything sticks out to me?
Sure. You look at the book. I would say that you see there's each book cover looks very similarly bound in like a light leather, and each one has a different colored crystal embedded in it.
Light leather.
Yeah, same.
Ah,
Same.
yeah, that's great.
Like thinner than normal leather, like not as porous.
Go ahead and make investigation check.
Here we go.
Wait, oh, there's not a face
Yeah.
on the cover, is there?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yes, it is skin.
Oh, okay.
Gerald, did you just put that one together?
This Evil Dead, Demikept, whatever the fuck that shit was
Necronomicon.
called.
Yes.
Yes, the
Why would he be
Necronomicon,
made
yes.
Why?
He turned people into books. Of course, the leather cover is their skin.
To be super clear, if it was a jaw, it'd be all fur. So like he doesn't recognize it.
That'd be a cute.
Yeah, are there
furry
any other
book.
furry ones? Oh man. Well,
I think the furry books section is down further in the library.
Yeah, the XXX section.
oh man.
It's
Yeah, but
behind
I
the
would say
curtain.
you get that there's easily over 100 books in here.
Great. Our odds are stellar.
Can I pull the crystal out of the book? Will it come? Is it in there pretty good?
Go ahead and make a. Are you just trying to pull it right out? Make a strength check.
Okay. That's going to be
Damn, son.
a 2 minus 1. 1. Not a natural one.
Man, it seems really stuck in there. It's like, oh, you're straining. It's not coming out.
Dola sees her cat friend, and she always feels so bad for him. She's gonna take her one dagger that she has and tries to like use the leverage and pop
okay.
it out.
Before
Okay.
this, I want to make
Oh.
a simple Arcana check. Right before we just do this. Like,
Dola, do you stop for a time?
I do stop. Like Tonk is like, whoa, and I'm like,
there wasn't
I-
anything I could do to prevent Jajal from just going, but like now that we're taking some effort for here, hold on.
Dola really respects Tonk, and you know, he noticed her sword, you know, so.
The Lich mentioned keeping our souls and keeping them contained and protected in his laboratory. So I understand that these bodies are now books. I would like to see if I can figure out, because I suspect that the crystals in each of these books is what is being used to house the individual's souls.
Oh, okay. Make your Arcana check.
Nat 20 for 27.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So, you look at this, and as you begin, as you kind of grab the crystal, it's really interesting. You realize that it's actually an illusion that has substance.
Whoa.
And you're like, I can feel it, it's an illusion, but it gives resistance to me at the same time. As you begin to realize that with that check, it kind of becomes flat and is becomes an engraving of a crystal that, with that same check, you recognize is essentially the exact dimensions that could house a soul.
Let's not tear these things out of the books, especially that might damage the soul here. As I sort of try and move through the crystal a little bit and sort of demonstrate to Thola, like, soul.
Knowing that like death should be obsolete, and knowing that the predicament she's in, she's like, what's no problem trading my working body for this one if need be? A soul for a soul?
What?
That sounds like a really terrible choice. Can we maybe not? Because like we kind of need you around. We have no idea what kind of weird things are gonna come out of this. So like, end up with some like weird Rakshasa strangeness. I'm not. It's
Okay.
a bad trait. It's a bad
Thola,
trait.
I understand the sentiment about the values of life. On the other hand, we need to get out of here, and that's somebody that didn't.
And she tries to, and she says, okay. And she puts the book back and sheaths her dagger, and let's go then.
What I don't understand is that there's so many people out there with this like gothic persona that would just literally die for the chance for this to happen. And all you have to do is go out there and advertise, and you'll have plenty of people with blacked out hair and the mohawks and stuff come and be like, "I would totally be on it." Sorry, I'm mumbling. Let's go. Just seems like a whole lot of work.
Right. Okay.
Do you open the books at all?
Sure.
I'm
The one that
sure
I already just sort of like figured out the thing with the crystal. Like I'm already holding this. I'm already figuring out like trying to like with that Arcana check, trying to figure out what exactly is happening here. So yeah, I open it.
Yeah, so you start to from the very beginning. It's like this detailed account of a person named Kasha's life, who was born in the Cyan Green Forest. And starts with the day he was born and his mother's names and what he did. Like, it's incredibly detailed. Like step 1, step 2, kind of like first meal, second meal, 200th meal. It's incredibly detailed.
I close the book. I put it back up on the shelf. I mourn that your soul is not with the forest again. And then I sort of mutter that. And then I turn and I look at the lady. He, and I point in the vague direction of the ceiling where it started dripping.
Okay.
He called you Sparky. What should we call you?
Adora.
Adora. Fantastic.
Thola would like to make a check to hear what Tonk muttered, honestly. Because she heard him read, open the book and be basically shit to himself, but she wants to know what she said.
I mean, I wasn't intentionally hiding it, so I mean,
yeah.
If you want to have heard it, it wouldn't have been hard.
Okay, for sure. Then she gets worried, and she wants to go.
Don't forget the key.
She grabbed the key after it, like, Super Mario'd before her. For sure.
Pyro, we're gonna walk over this way, not near the bookshelf. Here we go.
Honestly,
and
he's probably been eyeing up the organ in the corner, seeing as it's one of the few things made of wood, and it's been kind of annoying him.
Yeah.
That is also something that I felt something behind, right? When I had like a perception check, almost maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go towards the organ. I'm totally cool with that. Maybe we can look on the walls. Maybe there's some secret entrance. Can I investigate?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Is there a keyhole in the organ?
13 plus 6, that's a 19.
19.
Wait, no, sorry. Investigation? Sorry, that's 13 minus 1. I'm thinking something else. That is a 12.
You got
Not
a 12.
19.
You got a 12 on investigation.
Correct.
Okay, absolutely.
Not insight. I was thinking insight. Different in word.
Absolutely. So, yeah, you investigate. Yeah, I would say it seems like, other than it being like bone, it seems like a regular organ.
Okay. Fair enough.
There's
This
12.
is a very interesting automatic organ.
Given Thola's interest in it, and understanding that I'm a bit more of a tinkerer than she is, I will also investigate to see if it moves, if there are any hidden panels.
Yeah, make investigation. Go ahead.
And I did no better. 11.
Yeah, I don't.
All right.
Oh, wait. Hold on. No, never mind. I was holding the action. I don't feel intimidated right now. I'm scared, but I'm not intimidated. So, never mind. We did not do any emboldening bond yet. So,
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
For the door, then.
Real quick, can I cast Create Bonfire on the organ?
Go for it.
Okay, it has to make a dex save. I don't think it's gonna make a dex save.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So fire goes. So I'm going to say. We haven't really talked about this, but Pyro, you tell me what two people are closest to you.
Well, I probably had wandered over there with Thola and Tonk, to be honest.
Okay, so you three are walking away together. You cast that immediately. Fire goes around it, and it like all the keys go down, and there's this blast of discordant sound that fills the room and causes all your ears to bleed. The three of your ears to bleed. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
well, thank God I gave us fucking 10 hit points.
Kind of sorry.
13.
I don't believe you anymore.
That's a 19 plus 3, so that's a 22.
13.
16.
16. Okay, you're taking half of this. Each will take 4 thunder damage.
Yeah, you son of... That's most of my temp hit points.
It's not 10 hit points. It just raises your max HP by 5 and then healed you. So you can heal that back up to that number. Whereas temp would just be gone.
True.
There you go.
Oh, it wasn't temp. It was raised to max.
No, you actually have a raise to max and a temp. Yes.
No. Wait.
For aid, yes, you raise.
No. So it raises your maximum
hit
HP
points
by
and
5,
your current hit
and it
points.
heals you up to that.
Right, here's you that. It doesn't temp.
It's actually not a temp. Yeah, it's like a real actually hit points.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's real hit points temporarily.
Right. Yeah, I could. Right. Yes, real hit points temporary. I try to get. That's why I said for 8 hours. But yes, it's very different. You're right. Definitely, Jonathan, for sure.
All right. So 3 of you have bleeding ears as you're making your way towards the door. And the organ seems unharmed.
Can you watch with that boy? I swear, you don't even know where to point that thing. And I point to his hands and his body. Like, what the hell are you doing?
I felt like I needed to do something.
Well, do something over there. And I point to the bookshelf.
Wait, no, don't. Let's please continue.
Pyro is actually just a character made to be a villain.
Yeah.
Like a chaotic evil, like just no qualms about anything, just I'm gonna light shit on fire.
Nah. I think the most evil characters are like lawful neutral, straight like characters.
No, because they follow the law.
Well, their law.
Your own law.
Their law.
So I'll say you get to the this kind of weird door. It does not open. There does not seem to be a keyhole.
Is there a door handle?
Wow.
No, like I said, it's more like an iris.
Okay. I just put my hand up and try to like press it. See if anything reacts.
I mean, it's squishy. That's a little bit, but it does not react.
Can I look around to see if there's like a switch or something?
Yeah, make investigation check.
$14.
No, I can't seem to find anything.
Can I ask it to please open up?
Since you were so polite, it does not open up.
Oh. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Can I intimidate the
D&D, worst enemy, door!
Yep.
We need through the door, and the door is flesh and bone, yes?
That
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Seems like it.
I draw my pistol, point it straight at the door, and just pull the trigger.
Oh, I love Tonk.
Row
that's pretty
damage.
much what Pyro did, but just
But not at the magical organ.
Yeah, I was saying, Pyro hurts everyone around him. Okay, like
He hurt himself too. It's,
hurt me too.
Yes,
it's okay. It's okay. I know.
All I'm saying is that the first session that Keldrum was here, you actively pointed burning hands at your party.
I
14 fire
as a
damage.
player, I apologize. As Pyro, he does not.
Yeah, so you burn it away, and I would say you actually get all the way down to like just bone, and you see there's indents in there, and you look, and it seems actually very solid. And I'll say with this, you get the sense that this is a false door.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
All right.
And it kind of groans, and it's interesting. I would say with that, like, you kind of look like it was meant to attack should a certain thing try to happen, but you guys never did that.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do, because that's a cantrip, and it does 2d10 plus 1d8 fire damage. I'm going to avoid the bookcases and the organ, and I'm just going to start shooting the walls where it's flesh until I see a part that looks different and might be a door.
So, Tonk, I would say you spend about an hour doing this.
I after seeing him do it a few times, Pyro would probably join in on the fun.
everyone's lost their minds.
So I'll give you half an hour. And you at times, yeah, you guys eventually get down to bone, and you find nothing that would lead out. And you do see that the flesh begins to regenerate a little bit after you stop.
Maybe we do that towards the organ, maybe, or can someone?
No, we already tried the organ.
True,
But
around
actually,
it.
Jajal, make a sleight of hand check for me.
Ooh.
With pleasure. Oh, Shucks, it's only a 13.
With a 13,
I cast guidance. I'm just kidding.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know, coming at me for just. I know you're like, I wanted to get this up, but I don't feel threatened. No.
Right.
With a 13, you, as they're doing this, you actually see embedded, like, behind some of the flesh as they're burning away, and kind of like stuck to the wall in an odd way, is this dagger that has all these like intricate markings on it. And they're moving pretty fast. And I would say with the 13, you're able to quickly. I'm assuming Jajal is grabbing this because I know Jajal because it's shiny,
For sure.
and which is why I just had you do the check. And
I know my cat.
And I would say you quickly get it. You're able to get it out with 3 fire damage very quickly as you just go and get it before the skin begins to regenerate over it. And you take a look, and it looks to be made of pure gold.
Whoa.
Does it have 3 symbols of an animal in the back? In any particular order, like a bear, moth, and wolf head?
What is this, Skyrim, bro?
That's where I was going with
No,
that.
it does not.
Fucking love it.
Nice.
Okay, does it have... Is it, like, resonating with anything? Is it just kind of
I mean-
existing?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
Please. I'm terrible at it, but I will try. And it's a 5.
Or, you have people that can help you with that.
I know, but I'm holding it.
Yeah,
and it's
they're
tiny.
very busy burning the room.
That also is very true. And my fur's burned in that area, so it's going to take like a week for that to grow back.
But yeah, so you finish, and there does not. You don't really see a door.
All right. I'm going to go back to the organ.
Okay.
But by the way, while you guys have been blasting, Mal's been staring at the organ like,
Mal, make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it!
I'm pretty sure, Matt, I can hear your wife
18.
enjoying all this right now, and I love it. Like, we're so entertaining. I know. I would love to watch us too.
I don't think that's her, actually. I think that's
Oh,
somebody else's
what?
mic.
No snaps.
What'd you get?
18.
18. You're going to take 3 thunder damage as you go like dun 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 dun. Ah! As discordant sound, everything presses down, and your ears begin to bleed.
As they've been doing this, I'll
me.
just
I didn't do
I'll
it.
just look to them and be like, maybe eating is part of the requirement of leaving the room.
I ate my meal, so.
What's Adora during this time, by the way?
And I'll start just eating my plate.
I'm going to go back to this organ now that I've burned away the room. Because this is well, we didn't find anything here the first time. It's got to be something with it because there's literally no other place it could be. I made sure of that.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I would say after all of that, you look and you see that there's something about this organ that makes it designed to slide away from the wall.
Dola does have an instrument, and she plays an instrument occasionally. Could she just basically, bop it what the thing is playing and just, follow what the chords are?
So you're just trying to play on what's your instrument?
She does have a lyre. That's the only instrument she has.
Okay, so yeah, so you play your lyre, and I'd say that there doesn't seem to be a reaction to you playing your lyre.
Okay.
So I can tell that the organ is supposed to move, but I can't find any triggering mechanism.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It's a little bit better, a 14.
14. I'll say between everything you've seen, you think it has something to do with playing the organ.
Just to be clear, this has been the same melody the whole time we've been here?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we recognize it at all?
Well, it's not Inagata
The
DeVito.
melody?
I
Caljum, you can make a history check if you want to see if you
Sure.
know this.
Yeah, it's a whopping 3.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Doesn't seem to be familiar.
All right. This is probably going to hurt. I'm going to sit down, and I am going to try and play along with it. I'm going to watch it for a little bit to see if I can, sort of map out what's supposed to happen. And then when it goes on repeat again, I'm going to try and play along with it.
Okay. Are you proficient with any musical instrument?
Nope.
All right. This is actually well. That's fine. We'll do. Give me a performance check.
Me?
No, Tonk.
Sorry.
8.
We're rolling so well.
8. Yeah, I would say you get about 3 bars in before you hit a wrong key. All the keys press down again, and the sound just blasts you in the face. I'm gonna say this is gonna hit you and Thola because she was nearby trying to mimic everything while you were doing this.
I rolled a 21 on my con save.
Just
Okay,
Because I know
Thola,
what's
what'd you
coming.
get? What'd you get?
Well, I will roll the con save. Shit, dick. 16.
16. So that's going to be half to 7 thunder for both of you.
Oh, Jesus.
So 7 is the half or 3?
7's the half.
I slap Tonk on the back of the head. For
All right,
sure.
then you do it. That's how we get out of here. And I stand up and I just point Thola at the bench.
And I will. She sits down and she uses her string work of her lyre and she tries to perform the best she can.
Okay. So you can actually choose to be a proficiency. You can make a performance check or a dex check.
Okay, cool.
And can Mal help?
Oh, that's a 20! Bitch, yeah!
Excellent. So you match and you're able to add bars to it that don't trigger the trap. 'Cause you're just you can anticipate it. It's beautiful and kind of it comes to an end with your playing. The enchantment fades from it, and you kind of add a little bit of aria at the end, and then kind of and the organ kind of lifts up a little bit, and you see that there's a bunch of tiny insect legs at the bottom, and it just kind of skitters to the left, revealing the open circle kind of hallway out as it rests.
Nice. And I get up and I flap my little, the coat that I got from Kate, and that's how it's done. And yeah, I feel pretty good about that one.
There you go.
And Tholo will walk in first, actually.
All right, somebody's got something crazy going on with their mic.
Is it me? I don't think it's me. I don't have any chips or anything like that.
I think that was Jonathan.
Oh, I was eating some chips. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're kettle chips. They're quite crunchy.
We are aware. Yeah. So there's this simple tunnel of bone and what looks like petrified flesh before you.
I follow Zola.
I'll grab my shield and head down the tunnel.
Yeah, I'll just keep on going in the tunnel. Maybe I don't have that per se. I don't have light.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, who is? I mean, I was going to go first, but I can't really see much if it's super dark.
Oh, do you need a
Pyro?
light?
Yeah, Pyro, your head. Bring
Okay.
it up.
I walk up, I reach up, grab my hair, plop it in her hand, and walk back away.
Did you wait? What happened? What did I just see? What?
Human Torch, everybody. Human Torch.
I tie it onto like a stick and torch I have and like light it up.
So kind of realize takes his hair off as though it's a wig and ties it onto Thola. Thola takes it, ties it on. It's on fire, and then you see like what's on now is not on fire on his head.
There's a little bit of stubble I haven't shaved in a few days, and normally keep it clean.
Was that a toupee?
Kind of.
Oh no!
All right.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep, we made that a character creation weeks ago.
I just see a really angry Donald Trump. I'm sorry.
Please, Pyro is much skinnier than that.
Pyro's
But he-
now in canon just a flaming hot Cheeto.
Kind of.
I love it. All right.
great.
So,
All right.
yeah, she lights the way.
Meanwhile, the gnome who requires no torch.
Exactly. Sees ahead of me.
Meanwhile, the sneaky cat's probably in the back.
Yeah, I also don't need a torch. I just have it for the flavor.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
So yeah, I've got shield. I'm towards the front. I don't know whether Thola or I am absolutely in front, but I'm towards the front.
Yeah, I'm in the front. You're right behind me for sure.
Okay, so Tholo's out front. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I use control flames to extend the range of the light that the torch gives.
Okay.
What
Just
about
for-
our little truce buddies?
They follow a little bit behind. They're kind of letting you all take the lead in this.
I look back and say, we're taking turns,
She just smiles. You see there's it's empty. You hear Thola. Actually, make a perception check, Thola. That's what you get.
Dola? Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Excuse me, cat. 11 plus 6, I think. Yeah, 17.
Okay. You hear the sound of like a I would say the sound of a march of anywhere from 3 to 6 creatures kind of come, but they're in step. You recognize like this kind of military
March, yeah.
like march of it that's coming towards you. You also, I don't know if you could hear this. We'll just take this for everyone. You kind of there's this sloshing that's coming a little bit down, like you hear like liquid against liquid. That's kind of echoing down the hallway, as well as just this sharp chemical smell, and like really beautiful music, like almost orchestral, and thick, very thick thing. Not like much thicker than the organ was, and many instruments coming in this direction.
Dola has a feeling that like no matter where she is, she's kind of like she knows that they know where she is, right? Because we are inside of a living being that can feel us. She is going to, in hearing that there's people in front of her, correct, Matt?
Yeah.
Like marching in front. She is going to cast thaumaturgy, and
Yeah.
she's actually going to have like an ominous roar of thunder 30 feet in front of her.
Okay. Okay, that works. Yeah, and I'll say from just this tunnel actually goes two ways. From your left is where you hear the march, where there's the smell and there's like the sloshing sound, and
Okay.
to your right is where there's this beautiful music.
Yeah, to the left. She wants to do it. She wants like to disturb the march there, kind of.
I turn towards the left and just activate the flamethrower Eldritch Cannon,
Okay.
and then wait.
And just out of curiosity, for the size of the tunnel we're in, is this like a one-person wide tunnel, or two, or three? Like, how much space is there in this confined space?
The tunnel is about 7 feet wide.
All right, so probably like four
Two
can
people,
go
three
shoulder.
people can share a space for sure.
1 to 2. It would be 1 to
Yeah.
2.
Okay, 1, 2, for sure. Cool. We're all relatively close, within 30 feet of range, which is anything I care about as a peace cleric.
Yeah. So right in this moment, do you want to kind of make it to your left or to your right?
You wanted to go to towards the march, right?
Well, I was thinking about even setting up maybe a trap at this intersection for the march. Maybe I go ahead. If you go ahead, we stay there and wait for them. Maybe if you go in front of them and we all try to trap them before they
Well,
get to the intersection.
I was just going to use this as a choke point. I've got a shield and a flamethrower. I'm just going to choke point this tunnel.
Well, let's get it going, my friend. And Tonk, she'll Tholo will support Tonk, like right, behind him and
Okay.
things like that.
So you're kind of just setting up a little bit. The rest of you stay in kind of the main room.
Can I actually bring out Noctis and have him fly to try and like get a better look at if like further out and like look through his eyes type thing? To just try to get a visual on them.
Yeah, I think you bring Noctis out, and kind of as you're kind of figuring out exactly how you're going to deal with this, you do see there's like 6 like yellowed figures that start to come into view. I'm sorry, it's actually 5 here, and you see the like skeletal creatures. And what you do see is that it looks like the skulls of them are that of like Dragonborn.
Okay.
Weird.
And I'm blind and deaf while I'm looking through Noctis, but I tell them what I was gonna do, and I like tell them what I see through Noctis's eyes
Sure.
and ears.
And to be clear, these 5 are headed towards us or away?
Toward you, yes.
Oh, great. So on left-hand passage, we've got 5 inbound. We've set up a choke point. On the right-hand side, we've got the music. No idea what's down that path, correct?
Correct.
Cool. Thank you.
Actually, can I do something similar, just going down the right side with my familiar?
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, sending it down towards where the music was, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that really quick right before we roll initiative, sure.
What did we name that method again? I forget.
Let's get this in.
I didn't name it anything. You guys said that if I ever got one, we should name it Mephitopheles. And then I informed you guys that I did, in fact, already have a Mephit for a familiar.
So the to-be-named method might be Mephitopheles.
Yes.
Wait, how on earth do you have a Mephit?
Because I'm crazy, pretty much.
Yep.
If you hadn't figured that out.
Backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You think those guys were just trying to shell this guy off just for fun? Nah, they were trying to get rid of this motherfucker.
Alright, so
Yeah, kind of.
we've got twitchy, anal, irresponsible, death wish. What's everybody else's nickname?
Yeah, Death Wish. I love
Wait,
that.
which one was mine?
haven't named you
Death
yet.
Peacekeeper. Okay.
Wait, what was mine?
Everyone needs a meet.
Death wish.
Death Wish? That's me.
Oh, that's you. Oh, that's nice.
Mal, what did
Wish.
you what did you call me?
Witch.
I'll put him down later. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'll say, wait. So what are you doing with Mephistopheles there?
Just going down as far as he can down towards the music.
Okay. All right. You see him kind of disappear around the corner. And with this, as you see the skeletons kind of gaze at you, and and you look, they're not uniform skeletons. Like one has a shield, the other actually has like some energy glowing around its hand. As you just see that they seem to be modified, in different ways. That it's like after that whatever raised them then did things to them after they were raised.
Yeah. So just out of curiosity, they have weapons drawn already, probably?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. They kind of begin rushing immediately. We'll go ahead and roll initiative here.
Yep, I did that. I'm at a 15.
15.
Jesus.
22.
21.
All right.
24.
Good job. So since I feel threatened, the people that have gotten emboldening.
I rolled a
bond-
natural 1.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been
Tholo,
bonded.
yes. Totally. Absolutely. Pyro, what did you get? I'm sorry.
21.
Pyro Mao. Just to let
21.
you guys
And then
know.
Mal.
It's the rest of the party, and then all the bad guys, and then me, because I got a 6.
All right.
No, I
Huh?
got 24.
24 for Mal, and then Jajal, what did you get?
20.
Dude, you guys roll so high. It's ridiculous.
And I got 22.
Yep, I gotcha. Few of them
Why
I
do you
got
guys
as you
roll
said
so
them,
high.
but-
Like, what in the world are you guys doing over there?
What are you talking about? I rolled a 1.
Not you. I'm talking about everyone else.
Well, Jajal actually didn't roll that high. He got a 12. He just gets to add his charisma
he
to
just
his.
has so much charisma.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, me and Tonk both rolled 19s, and then Mal rolled a natural 20. So
All right. So Mal, you're more in the room, like just in the doorway of this. So what do you want to do?
Can I tumble through or push through to the front?
Yeah, I would say you could definitely get over there. You can kind of
All
get, but just I would say you do realize that you kind of get in front of the Eldritch Cannon, I believe.
Okay. In that case, do I have straight line of sight?
Yes.
All right. So crossbows out. Take the first shot.
Okay. If you move into the tunnel, you will. You don't have line of sight right yet if you don't move into the tunnel.
That works for me. I'm not going to get ahead of the artillery.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Learn that one.
So you move in the tunnel and then you fire.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Critted up. 27. That's
There
very
you go.
Nice. Forget that D4.
So the damage is going to be an 11.
All right.
Ka-chow.
As long as
Well,
I'm not blocking-
yeah. You get, I would say that arrow comes through and it takes out like half a rib cage and like part of the hip of the lead one.
So as long as I'm not blocking anyone and I still have line of sight, like I'm not in front of anybody's random ass cannon, I will just stay put.
Okay, you would be in front of the cannon right now. You'd have to go back in if you
I'll
don't want to
drop
be in
back a
front of
little.
the
Yeah,
cannon. Okay, yeah.
drop back a little
So
bit.
you jump out and get back in. Absolutely.
Like Mal, I'm not pyro, but if you walk in front of the cannon,
I feel like it's a dangerous idea, having been on ships long enough. It's kind of a dangerous concept.
Tonk and I are also in front of the cannon. No, or did he do it in front
no,
of us?
I put my cannon like it's basically sharing the space with me because I can make it
Okay.
tiny.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's
Right.
So it's me and the cannon sort of
Yeah,
at the
you-
front of this choke point.
Right,
Yes.
you guys are both small, and I'm there. You know, my Amazonian self.
Yeah,
We
just
definitely
that.
share
Yeah,
space.
just anyone who is in the doorway has to get in front of the cannon. Everybody
Fair.
who's in the tunnel is in the back.
I'm
but-
also
Thank you,
assuming
Matt, for that.
I'm also assuming that the cannon has some kind of writing on it, like a claymore that says this in towards enemy, not to get in front of it?
It's got the barrel, like
The nozzle is shooting forward.
All right, Talk, it is your turn.
Well, speaking of the Eldritch Cannon, everything inside that 15-foot cone can make a Dex save DC 15.
Okay, so that's basically going to be the front Skelly right here, because they're kind
Just
of in
the
a
one?
straight. Well, they're in a straight line, and
They're back a little bit, right?
Is the
Yeah,
hallway
Well,
single file?
for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
So it can move. So if it needs to scoot up 5 feet to get more of them, it
How
can
far can
move forward.
If it goes 5 feet, it can get 2. If it goes 10 feet, it'll get 3.
All right, so it's going to do 10,
Okay.
shoot, and then that's fine. It'll stay there.
Okay, you got it. So that's Dex saves.
Yes, DC 15 Dex saves.
Okay. I got it. So let's see here. First one is going to it's going to fail. So it goes 10, fail. 14 will pass.
That's DC 15.
Oh, 15? Okay, so that fails, but the 18 will pass.
It's 10 fire damage, so 5 for the one that saved.
Excellent. It blows out the fire, whoosh, and you see it, and it doesn't seem like any of them are affected.
Whoa!
Oof.
Okay.
This is gonna suck.
All right.
And I'll allow Tonk a quick Arcana check if he so desires.
Oh, I will absolutely desire.
Oh, look at my beautiful gato.
21.
Okay, so 21. This is one of the fun ones. So it's 15. Every 5, you'll get additional point of information. So that's 2 points of information about this. One, the nature of the base race was able to be brought out of these. So because of their because of their draconic heritage.
Oh yeah, the Dragonborn.
The Lich was able to bring out certain special characteristics, and you've just witnessed one of them. And I would say the second piece is that you get just the way that they're formed, and in this moment, kind of the reaction they had to it. There's other characteristics that have been brought out as well, but you don't know what they are. But you get that there's more to come that have to do with this heritage.
So I'll just sort of bark out to everybody in the area. Dragonkin, immune to fire, plus other stuff.
All right. That was that. Then you actually have your turn.
Your action.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, that was your bonus action.
Yeah, your action.
Well, yeah, that was only my bonus action.
Yes.
So it move forward 10. I'll move forward 5 so that I'm behind the cannon. But still, now there's a little bit more room if other people need to come in.
Yeah.
behind
Well,
me.
with just so you know, with 5, you'll be blocking the doorway. Because you were basically one step away from the doorway, and then you've kind of entered where the doorway empties out into the tunnel.
So these tunnels have to be curved in order to create that kind of blockage, right?
Yeah.
Like the fairly narrow choke point from our perspective and theirs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is curved like a spleen, a little bit this is inside of a body.
All right, I'm having trouble imagining the space, but
Yeah, so it opens up into like a curved T, basically, and you were and you were on one side of it with your cannon facing out, and the door and it emptied out. So you're just right in front of where the stem hits the cross. So you're right at the point of cross with the stem of the T.
Okay. That's fine then. I was just trying to get it so that people could enter the tunnel without having to be. Well, I guess the cannon's moved anyway, so they can.
Yeah. So they can get in with the cannon. If you move 5 more feet, they can come in behind you. If you want.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. Was I would just be stepping a little bit further into the tunnel, still to the left, engaging them.
Yeah,
it would come in behind me.
It would just be 10 feet instead of 5. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. All right, I guess we're doing it this way.
Yeah, and I will say for this, if anybody wants to do a position of mapper, you're definitely welcome to as I describe any of this, and as Mal started to a little bit.
I am going to target the middle skeleton.
Yeah, you can get there.
And cast Shatter.
Okay.
Which is a 10-foot sphere from target.
Absolutely.
By my math, that should get all 5 of them.
Yep, it definitely will.
DC 15 con 5.
All right. Let's out the top. Go ahead and roll damage for me too.
Seriously?
Oh no.
I burned a 2nd level spell slot for that.
Oh man. And that's thunder damage, right?
Yes. 5 of it. A wonderful 5. 3d8 rolls me 5.
So by the law of averages, you're underperforming.
And so far, let me see here. What's this guy do? All right. All but 1 saved.
Insult to injury.
Wow.
So you do see cracks on there. It did a little bit.
I'm sure there's some displaced dental work.
All right.
Pyro, it's your turn.
Tom, can you move back into the room, or do you just stay there?
No, I hold position.
Okay.
Currently, I think I have the highest AC out of all of us.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, it's not too big of a deal because all of you are taller than Tonk, so it's easy to shoot over Tonk's head. So it's okay.
I'm gonna.
Let's see what Pyro does to these fire immune creatures. Does he own a dagger he can throw?
Yes,
He
I
owns
do.
meta
I also have
magic,
a light
motherfucker.
crossbow. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use that though. I'm going to step around the corner and cast Flaming Sphere, but I'm going to use my meta magic transmuted spell
This is why
to turn it into cold damage instead of fire. So
Cold's
it's
the
a
first
freezing
thing you think of?
sphere, and I want to put it behind them,
Okay,
kind
actually,
of pinning them in between us.
1 second, because I did mess something up. The one that was in the front, Tonk, actually did shatter to dust at that.
yay!
However, I do need you and your cannon to go ahead and make a quick save.
So I got a 13,
Okay.
and the cannon got a 20.
All right, so both you and the cannon will take 2 fire damage. As it goes down, shatters, but as the dust kind of goes to the ground, it like glows bright fire, and then fire just spews over in like a 10-foot radius, just not affecting its compatriots, but burning the two of you.
So when these things get popped, they go boom?
Yes. All right. Now go ahead, Pyro. So you do your flaming sphere.
Freezing sphere.
Freezing
'cause
sphere, yes.
Sorcery point.
So you put it where?
Basically at the back,
Okay.
and kind of slamming it into the back one. So it needs to make a dex save.
You got it.
Around the lake.
Yeah, that's going to fail. That does 8 damage.
Yep, 8 cold damage.
Fire so
Alright.
hot it's cold.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm
feels
picturing
cold.
more it's sucking the heat out of whatever it's near.
yeah, so it's like it's this crazy, and it's like little icicles are beginning to form out of like whatever juices are in this thing, this
Ew.
creature, and it slams into the back skeleton, and there's this explosion of fire as it obliterates this thing, but no one's close enough to take damage from it.
There you go. All right.
So
And
that-
I'll,
We left.
if I can still move it anymore, I'd want to move it next, and then if any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it will have to make the dex save. So if I can get it to
So you move
basically
it.
hover right over top of it,
Yeah. You
Yeah.
get it to the next thing.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
and then I'll duck back,
No
letting other
action?
people.
You come back in.
Isn't that a bonus action spell?
It's an action to cast, bonus action to move.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from now on he can bonus action ram,
Got
Yeah.
it.
I believe.
Yep.
Jajal, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, is it possible to work in a bonus action hide first and then attack from stealth with my bow?
Yeah, I would say because you're in the corridor, so I think you can do that.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a stealth check before I do that?
Yeah, go ahead and do a stealth.
So that'll be 21.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll with advantage from hidden. And are you doing bow here?
Yes.
Okay.
The highest number is a 17.
That hits.
Okay. And then it's going to be 10 base and 9 sneak attack. So 19 total.
So I don't think you get sneak attack on this. Because there's no
attacking
one
from stealth. Okay.
there's no one engaged within melee. Because the skeleton exploded that was closest within melee, and the next one back is not in.
If
And-
if he's got advantage on the attack, doesn't
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you. My brain just went. Never mind. Yep, that does it. So there's another explosion, and I think it's just going to be the cannon at this has to make a dex save.
Sorry, Tom.
17?
Yep, it's going to be a fire damage. All right. Yeah. So you loose your arrow, and it just tears like the very core of the skeleton off, as it's causing it to the bones rattle and explode.
Nice.
And with that, it's going to be Thola.
There's just one left, correct?
2.
2. Okay. Dola is going to raise her hands up and cast her spiritual scythe right behind the last one and attack.
Okay. Got it.
8 plus 6, so that's 14.
That hits.
Okay, 8 damage plus 3. That's 10 damage of radiant.
Nice.
And And then as an action, what she's going to do is she's going to touch. She's kind of close to Tonk there. She's going to touch him and cast guidance.
Okay. So, Tonk, you've got guidance. All right. So there are just two. Yeah. So the one, I would say it's like hopping on one leg at this point. The one in the back, because it's just been so many of its bones have been blown away. It is insanity. And then.
Then?
Yeah, so the next one is going to stay where it is, actually. Its hand glows, and it fires off a bolt of energy at you, Tonk. And
Cool.
Yep. Actually, yeah, same thing. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
Jesus. All right.
Yep. And that's going to just be fire damage. So that's going to be 4 fire. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like it's not a ball of fire, it's like a straight beam. As it kind of almost like a laser beam kind of puts in your arm or burns into your chest in like a small dime-sized hole. And then the next one is just going to go ahead and fire a short bow at you, Tonk.
No irony, none.
And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Damn.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that's 8 piercing.
Ooh. Phone call. Phone call.
It then explodes in fire at the end of its turn because of the ball of cold next to it.
Oh, because it ended its turn there.
Yes.
Like I don't even need to roll the damage for it?
Nope.
Or nothing? No, cool.
It had 8 HP left. No matter what, it's going to die. So, absolutely. Caldrum, it's your turn.
Is there room for me to get in to shoot?
Yes.
All right, so I will have Noctis fly over and use the help action and take my first shot
Okay.
with Dante's pistol. So I'll take the 29.
There you go.
Just barely hit.
14 damage.
14. Yeah, I would say with a single hit, you just take that. It pierces the front of the skull. The skull explodes, as does the rest of its body in fiery flames, and they are all done. As we exit combat.
Pyro, what did your Mephit see down this other hall?
1 second. Then I close my eyes and look through the Mephit's eyes.
Yeah, you can hear too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like this kind of light harp music that's kind of coming around, and you see there's these ethereal blue wavering forms that flow around each other. And you try to get a count of them, but you're unable to because it's like they're flowing through each other and around each other. And there's like no point where one isn't intersecting another form.
Okay. I just relay as much information as I can to everyone else.
So multiple ethereal forms intertwine. That sounds like a terrible idea.
So I'm going to
And
cast Mending on my cannon
Nice.
and heal it.
Okay.
Knowing
And-
what I was, Dolo would. Sorry, Donk. I didn't know you were done. My bad.
And then I'm going to stab myself with a syringe.
Knowing that and like hearing the danger still, or possible danger still to the right, Dola is going to quickly run to the right.
Okay, so
And bring her spiritual weapon with her.
okay, so you run right into the room.
Not right into it, but she's going that way, yes. She's going
Okay,
towards that way.
so you guys see Thola's just running towards the harp music.
Someone's on tilt.
Yeah, she doesn't go into the room all the way without everyone, but she's like, we need to go. And starts heading that way.
Okay, so you start heading. Yeah, it's about 25 feet, so it's not too far. What's everybody doing?
I'll follow Thola as soon as I've finished, putting myself back together.
Yeah, I would follow behind, I guess.
Okay. So
Mal?
yeah, Mal.
I was gonna say, Mal's gonna take 2 seconds to look at the skeleton, see if there's anything worth having in the skeleton mess, like any like weapons or weirdness or anything we could use before we move on to the next insanity.
Is there a normal bow?
So any bow that was there has been burned up.
Damn.
And I would say actually, Mal, they had swords and stuff, but you don't see any evidence of them there.
We're basically looking at just like random shattered bones and mess after all this.
Yeah, you actually are looking at ash at this point. So the explosion has made them, because they exploded when this happened, so it's like dust, bone dust, and those types of things.
Convenient, self-cleaning.
Also, Tonk, I don't know if you did this or kept this in mind when you were healing, but keep those aid health points in mind. I don't know if they got up there for you. So.
I'm well below that 5 hit points right now.
Yeah, you did get attacked a few times there.
Between the organ and then both of those and the exploding one, I could still use a bit, but
Well, seeing that Tonk is actually still bad. Well, I don't know if I want to do that yet, because that's another. She will cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Let's see what I get.
Yeah, as Thola starts running off, I'll be like, Thola, at least give Pyro a chance to come back to his senses.
Yeah, like
Tell us what he's seen.
run past him and like slap him in the back of the head and kill him. Oh, that's an 8-2 plus 3. So there you go, buddy. There you go. Full 11 for you.
I see Thola run past, slapping Tonk upside the head for the second time in the last half hour.
Yeah.
And I just turn to Mal.
Yeah.
Is that normally how she treats him?
Not always, but sometimes. I'm not entirely clear on the relationship there, but it does happen.
She slapped both of us in the back of the head.
I feel like everybody's just in a mood today in this environment, and I don't know.
I suppose getting swallowed by a kraken can set off one's mood.
It definitely has changed some opinions.
And being threatened by a lich.
So normally Jajal's extra frisky, and this time not so much. Instead, we've got Thola running basically point. So that was down is up today.
I turned to Caldrum and I'm like, it's less the being swallowed by the Kraken. It's more the waking up in a lich's lair.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Thola's afraid. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. She usually catches fish, not being swallowed by them. There's a lot of shit going on.
So yeah,
I'll
take up post right behind Thola.
Okay. Yeah, you see this. You see these dancing bluish figures that are look slightly humanoid. There's no legs or anything, but they're just kind of floating in like and trying to move the best they can, kind of in beat to this music that fills the room. And you can see they notice you in the doorway. And they put their fingers forward and just beckon you to come join them.
Ooh.
Death by siren.
I'm not sure that's a wise choice.
Not at all.
When you saw what happened with the cat girls, right?
And I turned to Jajal, and I'm just like, well, at least they're inviting us in, and we're not inviting them in.
Oh,
One time, and it was my dream. How am I supposed to defend myself in my dream? I'm supposed to be in control of that.
Yeah, this
There's a
is
technique you
interesting.
can practice for that.
Hmm.
At this point in time, what Thola would do is just kind of move actually her spiritual weapon forward into that room. She doesn't trust any beings that are in here or things like that.
okay. You put your weapon in there. There doesn't seem to be a reaction as a spectral form just puts in. They kind of dance around it.
And I look at Tonk and I say, "This is a game, right?"
It's kind of what it seems like.
Is there an exit in this room with these spiritual blue humanoid figures?
So you see two passages that seem to lead away from this chamber, other than the one that you're in.
I look behind. Is Adora and them still there, or did they go the other way?
They're in the back. They couldn't get into the passageway because you guys were like all blocking the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
But they are still there. You can see they actually have their backs to you, kind of guarding you're kind of guarding the rear. They're kind of worried about stuff sneaking up behind.
Got it.
We didn't really investigate past the opposite hallway to the left, right? We just took out the skeletons and
Correct.
switched rooms. Do you want me to go investigate the other room?
Do what you please, my friend.
Yeah, I think I'll slowly take a peek, just maybe like 10, 15 feet past where we had that scuffle, and see where it leads.
So since I was the foreguard that direction, watching the bones and examining them, I'm just gonna watch Jajal walk past me. Just keep an eye on the somewhat helpful, somewhat not helpful other crew, and make sure they don't go too far past that. Just rear guard.
Yeah. Adora does send two people, one person to go with Jajal to the other room.
Okay.
So they are keeping in.
So curiosity, what weapons do they have on them, or what? Like, how are they armed or armored?
Basically, you see that the three of them basically have like bow, sword, looks like chainmail.
Okay. So definitely like Strike Force style on a boat, not like sailors, not like mages.
Yeah, except for the one that Adora,
Yeah.
who has this different
Counterspell bitch.
Yes, that's her nickname now. Yes.
kind of. Yeah, but you begin to make your way into like another tunnel. This tunnel kind of gives way to there's this noxious smell that starts to fill your nostrils. There's like moist pores that dot the walls. You see dripping acid coming from their openings. You can kind of see there's like pieces of different humanoid creatures that are slowly being dissolved in different pools of acid.
Ugh.
So like we're in the stomach, kind of.
Something along those lines, yeah. That's what you see. What would you like to do? See, this room goes on for about 50 feet before it curves to the left. Or to the right, actually.
And is there anything? Can I maybe like roll a perception check on the room to see if there's anything that's, I don't know, like stands out like in the room? Like, is there something that's being digested that might look important?
So you're gonna like search the room, or?
I was hoping to just. I don't want to get inside of that goopy stuff. It looks like it's going to be terrible, and I want to, I guess, just get as close as I can without putting myself in danger. and just kind of see if I can kind of look around.
All right.
And see, like, if I see something that might be worthwhile, I would consider taking a chance. But if it just looks like a hot mess, I'm just going to leave it alone.
Okay, so go ahead and make a con save for me.
Okay. That'll be 13.
Did you say Thola?
No, that's me.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up there.
Yeah, I said go ahead. That's probably what sounded like Thola. So you're gonna go. Sorry, Drajal, go ahead and take 5 acid damage.
Oof.
And this is as your kind of nose and throat burn from breathing what's in here.
Okay.
So you avoid the pools, but just the air is getting itself in there. But you do see, like, this definitely gets your attention. There is this war hammer that's in an acid pool that's not dissolved.
How far away?
I'd say as you get in, it's probably about 10 feet in front of you.
Hold on, let me check my inventory real quick. I don't have anything really.
I mean, I mentioned before that I've got a thing that lets me grab things from farther away.
I mean, a warhammer is quite a substantial hunk of metal. Let's... What's... Balls. Oh! I have an idea.
Oh,
I have
ideas.
an idea. It's probably going to be a stupid idea.
Go for it.
Can I take out my... Can I take out the alchemy jug and cover my feet with honey?
Oh.
I mean, you can certainly do that.
Honey is slightly basic. It's not very basic, but it's a little basic.
I'm just hoping that it's thick enough to let me run, grab, and run back as fast as possible.
All right. You got it. You cover yourself in honey. I'm going to do a secret roll on this.
Oh, yes.
I feel like mayonnaise would have been better. Mayonnaise has a higher temperature
This
before
is
it starts
Jadal.
burning.
I'm not as smart. And I don't like mayonnaise as much as I like honey.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
But by the way, I'm wrong. Honey is not basic. It's slightly acidic.
Go ahead. All right. So you cover. You're nice and sticky. Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna run and try to grab my warhammer.
Okay. So you run in and it's like acid splashing everywhere. You realize very quickly as the honey just kind of goes that this did not work, and you grab this hammer. You feel some slight tingling as you do so, and it comes up. You see that it's engraved very beautifully, and you then try to book it out of the room. I need 2 con saves, one after the other, both with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
Oh, God. That's as bad as my 3 on the. I grabbed
Yo.
the glowing stone.
Why did they do me so dirty like that?
All right.
Physical rolls always. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
So what actually happens is some of this acid splashes, and you think the honey's good, but you forget to close your mouth, and some of the acid kind of gets into your mouth directly, and you get out of the room with 10 acid damage.
Ooh.
But this amazingly ornate warhammer that has forges and tongs and hammers themselves carved into this. It's beautifully well made.
Ooh.
I'm gonna walk back to the group just coughing and miserable. but
Are you
with a
going to grab the
smile on my
Warhammer?
Yeah, he's got it in his
I
hand.
have
He's got it.
and I'm just holding it, and I'm
Okay,
smiling and
easy.
coughing,
What on earth
And
did
just-
you do?
miserable. And I'm like, look at what? Look at that.
Adora's just kind of shaking her head with one eyebrow up.
What are you down to like 2 lives now?
Oh man, I've had worse days.
But every time you go off, never mind.
Ornate. I'm sorry. What color was the warhammer? It's ornately engraved and
Yeah, silver and gold.
silver and gold.
I turned to Mal. This time it looks like acid, not poison.
Right, and that's a small step up probably, but like I told you we didn't put a bell on him. I'm just saying like.
I told you what I was doing. You knew
what-
where I was going.
All right. So
Thola does
we have to do
is Thola gets up and she says, "Well, at least I can all heal you at once if you stay in the group. Do we have a few more dummies?"
What are the spirits doing?
I mean, they're just dancing there, beckoning you to join them.
So weird.
Can I send Noctis down one of the hallways?
I would say, yeah. So you begin to send Noctis down, and as that happens, like there's this movement of them, like right as he gets to the tunnel, that they move suddenly and converge, and he pops, and they kill him.
Well, damn.
Oof.
just to be clear, the right-hand passage with the weird spirity thing is that a dead end or is there something behind that?
That's the room we're like sort of kind of in.
I'm saying like, is there an exit on the other side, or is this?
Yeah, that's where I just sent Noctis to try and go. There was 2, right? Hallways at.
Yes.
I want to be clear. Did they snag Noctis when Noctis walked through the door into the room, or tried to exit the room?
Tried to exit.
So Thola moved her spiritual weapon in there, but did she take an attack on one of them or try to attack one of them?
Fella's not told me that. No.
Oh, wait, what happened?
It's
Sorry.
been more than a
Before
minute
I
also.
heard my name before I went to the bathroom.
Did you try to attack them when you moved your weapon in?
Oh, yeah. No, I took the last one, I thought. The last one.
No, but you just moved it with you, but you didn't actually attack any of the spirits, right?
I thought, sorry, for what I thought I moved it behind the last one, and that's why they were like super bloodied or something.
No, because you
No,
said
not
you
the
ran
skeletons,
into,
the
you ran
spirits
towards
in the room
the
with the harp.
music, and you were like, "Oh, I moved my weapon, my spiritual weapon with
Oh, yeah. No, I get you. I did not attack because I didn't feel that they were immediately threatened.
So I
Okay.
thought.
All right. So, I look at Mal and I'm like, so here's me being stupid, and I step into the room.
At least let us tie a rope around you first. Come on.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, you step in and they just kind of do one of these, and one flies by you and just and whispers very gently, just like, "Dance with us, join us, help us, dance, little one."
I'm gonna look around, see what I see. Like, there's harp music, but is there a harp?
There is not. There doesn't be
Okay.
any type of instrument. It just seems to be filling the room from like sourceless.
Okay. Is this basically just an empty room with spirits in it, or is there any real other things in here?
I mean, essentially, like this. The best you can see is that in the ceiling, it's like looks like arch, but the beams that would support the arch are all made of bone. But there's nothing else in this room. It's really just this room that leads to 2 other passages. and it's just otherwise there's nothing in here, just these dancing things. I would say, as you try to get your idea of what's going on, there's like weird reverberations of like almost screams that are coming down from one direction, and then more like of that liquid sloshing from another one. Actually, not so much liquid; it's more like an organic sloshing, like wet, skin being slapped together.
I have questions.
You know what? With the organ, yeah, sure. Why not? I'm gonna try and dance with them.
Okay.
The trick to the organ was playing along with the organ. I'm gonna dance with them.
Okay. Yeah, help us free. So they want a performance check from you.
Oh, performance. I would have loved if it was something dex-based, but okay.
I was gonna say this is the second time tonight we've lacked a bard.
Woohoo,
Ability?
19.
Is that ability check?
That
Oh,
is
there you go.
with
I'll say
19.
you can add a D4.
Yeah, so there's this
22.
moment. 22. Yeah, they like the ghosts kind of like they're still dancing, or the specters they're dancing and they're watching you, and you just rock it like it's this beautiful ballet, and all of you watch as like Tonk's doing plays and leaps and all these things, and they there's like this scream of excitement and approval as they all swarm around you and through you, Tonk. And there's this chill that reverberates up your body as you take 1 necrotic damage.
Oh.
And then you feel empowered and you feel great. And you see there's this slight blue aura that's around Tonk that becomes almost imperceptible. Like, you know it's there, so you all still see it, but it's there. You, Tonk, get 1d4 to all performance checks for 1 month.
Oh,
1
nice.
For a month? What?
Look at you.
Dance.
Motherfucker gonna invent break dance by the time we done.
Weirdest stripper ever.
Rule 34.
Look, okay, just because I can tinker all my clothes to come off automatically.
That's a good one.
All right. Like, are the specters still here? Do they chill out? Do they?
They're still dancing, and you even hear whispers like, just this. Kavakata said that if we dance good enough, he'd put our souls back in our bodies.
Oh God. Oh fucking shit.
God has no place here.
Yeah, this is Bioshock.
So, having danced the dance, I am hoping it is the safety dance.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
As
guess
I
at this
try
point
and
I'd
exit
follow
the same door Noctis tried to exit.
Okay. Yeah. So you move through. You get to the exit. There seems to be no reaction, and they all wave at you, and you get the feeling that you can come and go as you please.
Cool.
I try
Are
to
we all
follow
going to have
behind
to
him.
dance?
I would say Calderman Tonk, make an insight check.
$21.
Foe.
Okay.
Oh.
Caldrum, I would say from seeing everything, they're beckoning to you. They do not think of you as the same way they think of Tonk right now.
Okay. I look to the group and I say, I don't think this is like the organ where it's play it well once, and then you can all pass. We may all have to perform well enough for these spirits to allow them to gain access to these further tunnels.
Thola grows in hearing this and knowing the least amount of time she has on her emboldening bond, runs through and plays the lyre.
Okay. Make a performance check.
I will do that. All right, +4 here. Or plus the D4. Oh, damn. That's a 13.
A 13 just makes it. You play it good enough. There's more dancing. See, they're energized. They're happy. You receive this blue glow, and you get the 1d4 as well for 1 month.
Keldrum pulls out Dante's pistol along with his pepper box and just starts like spinning. That's his dance.
Pretty much the only people that have emboldening bond left, would be Pyro and Mal. So
Yeah.
and it's probably dwindling right now.
16 on my performance.
6 on your performance. Yeah, they're like they dig it. They're nodding and a few kind of like mimic your dance. They're like, this is great. And they swirl around and you get it as well. And at this point, you see them all like kind of like start dancing around the sides more, and they nod and they go, "You all are great. You may all pass." So since 3 of you did it, the rest they're going to allow the other ones to go. But so just the 3 of you though have the blessing.
Word.
So much for my 3 left feet.
All right, so there's 2 exits out of this room.
That is correct.
One towards the sloshy, the other one is towards what?
Screaming.
Screaming.
Can I perform a ritual spell and agree which one is will or woe?
Sure.
How long does that take you?
About an hour, I believe.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
If
It is-
we're
I'll
waiting
say-
an hour to do that.
You guys can also heal within an hour. But
No, I'm just saying if
no,
you're gonna
sorry.
take an-
30 minutes. 30 minutes. Takes a half an hour.
Yeah, I'm
Plus
still
the
like
10
No,
minutes.
no. Yeah, casting time is 11 minutes, but I think the ritual time is 30 minutes.
No. Do you have augury prepared?
Yes.
Why is
So
it
you-
saying that doesn't make sense?
So yeah, it's best if you want to use a spell slot, you could do just the casting time.
Right, but I want.
But if you want to do ritual like cast
ritual,
it'll
it'd be
it's gonna
30.
be.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ritual cast it, and not spend the spell spot. Is what I was
I
trying to do.
can't see us hanging around that long, honestly.
I
like-
feel you.
As soon as she starts digging in the ritual,
No.
I'm like,
Casting. The normal casting time is 1 minute. The ritual casting time is 11.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. Then it is.
While Thola ritual casts that, Keldrum will start ritual casting Find Familiar to bring Noctis back.
Okay.
Poor Noctis.
And I will ritual cast Detect Magic. Since we're all just ritual casting.
and I will ritual
Or
Or
cast.
you
Do it
can
on
do
the sword.
identify on the, or you can do identify on the.
On the
Hammer.
Warhammer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
please tell me about it. And the stagger too.
That's like that's a free thing though with goggles, so he's just chilling with that one.
The goggles I thought were just advantage on.
No, the goggles are 1
Arcana.
cast per long rest of Identify and advantage on Arcana.
Oh, nice. Have you used it yet today?
No, I haven't. So I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic and see if either the dagger or the Warhammer are magical.
Fair.
Okay. So
What were you saying? Oh, sorry.
all right. So the end of this.
nothing.
Let's do this first. Oh, Jalen's not there. So we'll go. Yeah, we'll go to talk then. There we go. Yes, both the dagger and the hammer are magical.
Cool. Then I will use my goggles Identify on the dagger.
On the dagger. The dagger is essentially just a basic dagger of returning.
Ooh.
So it will after it hits, it immediately will come back
Oh, nice.
back in your hand. Yep.
Cool.
Cool. And
Uh,
it's considered magical for all attacks.
It would be magic attack damage. Yes.
Okay.
cool. Save the Warhammer for later, because I don't think anybody here uses Warhammers, so I didn't think that was as urgent.
Unless it's finesse for some reason, and then he could use that instead of the dagger.
The Warhammer is
A finesse Warhammer?
Hey. I've seen Stranger Things. The Moonblade can potentially become finesse.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but my rapier. I was trained.
And it could be a homebrew item that Matt made. We don't know. For all we know, it's actually just like Smith's tools that hold up in the shape of a hammer.
Could also be a Transformer Golem. Who knows?
You got it. All right.
He did say there was
We
inscriptions
found
of the
Optimus
forge and
Prime?
stuff on it.
All right. So hold off everything else, but it is and the
Augury.
dagger does require attunement though. So Augury. So which way are you asking? Well, what's your question, Augury? What are you trying to figure out?
You're muted.
Yeah.
Still mute.
I have two paths here, and I want to know, like the outcomes of me, because I don't think I can necessarily do both, right? If I plan to go down the right one, what feelings do I get from the Raven Queen?
Sure.
So, and this is me. Just like I think the way to phrase this to get the best result from a weal or woe is from the perspective of the choice.
Mm-hmm.
Should I choose right?
Right or left? Yeah. Wheel
Yeah.
or woe.
Well,
Right.
so I mean, but because you have to get weal or woe, it's should I choose right?
Right.
And then that'll give you the weal or woe in relation to the choice, I think would be the best way to phrase that.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, yes, I definitely do want to do it in relation to the other choice I have, which is left. Right? Seeing as I only have two choices.
Yeah, so I got you. So I think I got you. So I would say yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna give you a wheel and woe on this.
Okay. On the right side, right? From what
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I guess as a DM, I would generally say that spell is always going to be hard in a situation like this.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I basically say, either way you can go.
Yeah.
The gods don't know.
So, well, actually, let me say this: because I could work this out because I don't like the idea of because the spell to me feels a little useless.
No,
So how can I answer that makes sense? So
Um,
because if I say wheel and y'all die,
right.
then there's a problem. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a sense in which this can be hard.
How about specifically for the sense, especially since that Athola, represents the Raven Queen, is about how much unlively undead possibly in that wake,
So the idea of wanting to avoid undead.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a good way to interpret this here. I would say it's going to give you wheel if you desire.
Right.
You are in an undead creature.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's what I figured.
With that being said, if you're trying, I'll give you comparing the two. This is probably the it gives you a wheel
Okay,
in a very weird sense.
for sure. I will let my compatriots know that, and I
In the
will.
layer of an undead, yeah, you're in
Yeah.
an undead creature in the layer of an undead creature.
Yeah, I will tell them that we're basically in Inception right now, but the right might be the best passage.
All right. To the right we go.
We did see when Noctis tried to go through without performing the dance that he was destroyed. But when we did it, we can only assume these creatures are undead of a kind, and we gained something fortuitous to us. I feel
Hopefully.
like this game of his will be challenging us to play along long enough, or bursting our way through with brute strength till we can get back to the Kestrel.
Viola looks at Caldrum and says, "Play along. We are a crew to death. I don't know if you know this. You have signed up." And she takes death very seriously.
Yeah. And actually, I reversed that just so we keep all the directions straight. The right's going to be woe.
Okay, so
I got,
left.
I got
No,
that
no problem.
confused.
No, you're good, Matt. Yeah, I'll go left towards the wheel for sure.
Okay.
So this is the one towards the
right,
screening?
if right was woe, I'd be like, this might not be the best path. Let's go
Yeah.
left.
So this is actually, I think I reversed some stuff. This is towards the sloshing.
Okay.
Okay. So we are going towards the sloshing.
Yeah.
It's wheel, but it's sword sloshing. I like it. Love it. Let's go.
I mean, it's very.
Matt, Mal, I love your little your sketches there. What are you? Are you over there? Sketching out houses in your daytime. That's what you're doing over there, bud.
I mean, you got to learn maps somehow, right?
Nah, yeah.
Somebody's running a side hustle as a cartographer.
I know a blueprint or one when I see one. You might
Yeah.
be sketching a few out, my friend.
So, as you first come into this, it's slightly wide, and then it narrows quickly so that it's only about 2 feet in width. But it's like fleshy and muscular. And to make your way through, you begin like wedging and pushing your way down this tight kind of circular passage that like the entire time it kind of like contracts and constricts just around, and there's this movement within it as you're just through there. And it seems like it looks like they are slight, like the further you're going down, seems like they're enclosing tighter and tighter, and you feel them like almost like you're becoming short of breath.
Is there a rhythmic pattern to it, like a lub dub kind of a thing?
It's like a motion that's going on.
Okay. All right. Oh gosh, it's
So I need everyone to make we're gonna make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is this against magic?
Yes.
Love being a gnome.
11.
19.
24.
21.
15.
I got a 10.
All right. So that's going to be Jajal. You got 11.
Mm-hmm.
So Jajal and Pyro, you both are going to take 2 psychic damage. Everyone else takes 1. As it kind of like it's crushing you feel like sweating, you're getting anxiety going through you. Do you continue?
How does everyone feel? That's what I ask all my compatriots.
Constipated.
We can't have anything about your eating habits here, Mal. We'll talk about that after. I just want to know if I take my time to ask the gods for a blessing of healing, that it will be worth it.
Okay. So as you're spending more time in here, I need actually for this. It kind of changes as you feel it like pushing in almost an unbelievable rate. I need you to make an investigation check.
Ah, shit.
All right. If this is peristalsis, things are about to get shitty.
Okay, so basically, I need everyone needs to beat a 13.
For investigation?
15 minus 1 is 14, so
Okay.
thankfully.
That's
16.
a 9.
9.
I got an 11.
Okay. So all of you who went below 13, you're going to take 6 psychic damage, and you cannot move.
Was this a save or
This is a check. Okay. Those of you who succeeded, you realize the wall isn't closing in. Nothing's happening.
I just wanted to let you know, Tonk, if you failed, since I've been concentrating guidance on you this whole time, you can roll a d4 if you failed.
Oh no, I got this one.
Okay, you're good. Okay. I just want to let you know. I didn't hear because it broke up.
Int check against magic.
I know. Take your advantage.
I do not.
Yes,
Pyro is
I
not
think
great.
A Bolding Bond probably just finished while I was like running in and down. So
Pyro and Cowjum, you guys are probably a little bit further in the back. Actually, for this, because I want to space this out because this is going to matter for this because you cannot move past each other. What is your marching order?
Well, I've been first for the most part.
Sure.
I've typically been right behind Thola.
Yeah.
I've probably been somewhere in the back half.
Yeah, I was trying to follow behind the two of them.
Okay.
I would probably be rear because I'm paranoid about the other 4 being complete jerks at some point. So
Gotcha.
And I probably would have been right in front of Mal then.
Okay, then Jajal.
Probably. So
he's right in the middle, trying to get in the front. Cat ass.
Yeah, pretty much right in the middle. Then I would say. What are the other guys doing? The extra.
They've been trying to follow behind you.
Let's say Jajal can climb up on the roof if he wants to get.
So those of us that passed the investigation check, we realize that we're not actually getting crushed. And
actually, I'm going to say that the other ones are deciding to go down the other passageway.
Interesting choice.
Shit, fuck.
Sir.
Sorry, I don't have Roy telepathic bond right now, so otherwise I would.
All right, so here's the situation then. Caldrum, yeah. So Jajal, you're stuck between. So Jajal, you cannot move forward because Caldrum. Actually, Caldrum, did you succeed or fail? I'm sorry.
No, I failed. I got a 9.
Failed. Yeah. So Caldrum is blocking the way for Mal, Jajal, and Pyro failed anyway. Tonk and Thola, you may still move, but you'd be moving away from everybody. Your movement speed away, so that would be the gap. So about 30 feet or so.
30 feet. I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
I would turn to Caldrum and just try and dude, snap out of it. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's not actually there. You're not getting crushed. It's all right. Snap out of it, man.
So if you want to stay still, you can provide the help action on the next check.
Yep, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Thola, what will you do?
Seeing that Tonk actually wants to stay and help out others, it kind of imbued something in her, like that. She likes Tonk and she likes following his direction a lot, actually. So she's like, "Oh, okay." And she actually casts guidance on maybe the one that's struggling the most with the check.
Do you have to touch for guidance?
I actually do. So I will go up and maybe touch. I will touch. Who's the closest?
I mean, you can touch. I'll give you. I'll give you Caldrum.
Because I'm short.
He was.
Yeah, that she can kind of reach. Just touch Caldrum
for sure.
That's what I'm going to give that.
Thank you. I'll do that for sure.
I'll give you that. Yeah. So this is actually a check every round. So I need another check for this.
So I have an advantage plus a D4.
Yeah, so everyone's going to make the check, and if you succeeded, you have advantage on all these checks after you succeed on investigation.
Okay.
Does that mean Tonk and I have advantage? Correct.
It does.
Okay. Oh, well, mine's an 18 minus 1, so 17.
14.
17.
15.
15 for me.
Yeah,
By
so
the
no
way-
more guidance for you, Tonk. It's going to Caldrum.
That's all right.
And then Pyro, what'd you get?
5 minus 1 to 4, but I'm gonna use sorcery point so I can essentially re-roll that.
Okay.
It's an ability check you can reroll?
Yeah,
Okay.
I spend a sorcery point. It's the where's what's the name of it?
If it is, that's
Magical
fine.
Guidance. Still fail with
Oh,
9.
no.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to grab Pyro and tug him our direction. Just say, "Come on, jackass! It's not real." Start
Well,
playing.
you'd actually have to try to push him.
Okay.
Well, so Caldrum is free. Then would I be able to just turn around and like help Mal? Like I'll drag as he pushes, and we kind of.
So Pyro, you're taking 6 psychic.
Oh, man.
Really not feeling great here.
I love
Starting to
being
not feel great.
a barren mind sorcerer.
I'll say so. Jajal and Mal, since you're both going to work together on this, we're going to go ahead and let you do a full movement down the passageway with him. So you guys make 1 full round of progress,
Okay.
and I need another check. If you've already succeeded, you have advantage.
Come on,
What do I have to beat?
13.
Fuck.
natural.
Damn it.
What'd you get?
He rolled a 13, but got a -1.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'm not a smart man, okay?
So
That's obvious.
what I'm gonna ask for Pyro's benefit here. As Mal was pushing, he was like, "It's not real. It's not real. Come on, man." Would you grant that would give Pyro advantage on the check because he's actively being coached and moved?
No. Because what I said was, if you want to stay still, you can give someone advantage.
All right.
Right. It's just going to take. It has to take. If the party halts their movement, or one person halts their movement, to actively spend everything to help the person, then they have advantage. That's what it'll take to do this. But yeah, so that's going to be 2 psychic for you, Pyro.
Okay.
But the rest of the party, all of you succeeded on your advantage ones. Speed 13.
Natural
Alright.
20 minus 1.
Perfect. You move 1 more round, which we'll put there. Yep. Go ahead and make the check again.
Jesus Christ, I failed this time. Roll a 5.
Wait,
and an
Caldron, you better add that D4, damn it.
8. even with a D4, my higher roll was an 8, so I still fail.
I got a 10 that time.
I doubt you failed as bad as I just did.
How are you going to hurt this?
He got a 0.
All right. So those of you who fail, you may not progress and take 5 psychic damage.
Oh no.
This is starting to really fucking hurt. I am not looking good right now, guys.
So you see my problem? It's not undead.
I mean,
Like I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
I have a +1 to intelligence. I'm just rolling like dog shit.
So given that we have multiple people stuck, would one of y'all in the back help Pyro?
Okay. So Mal's gonna help. Jajal just failed, so
Yeah.
he can't help.
And I failed, so I
Yeah.
can't help.
So only Tonk and Thola right now are free to progress.
I'm saying I'm literally gonna have to guidance, bless, and emboldening bond everyone right now. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, you have third
as
level
much
spells.
damage-
No, I know. I will actually. I see these motherfuckers struggling right now, especially Pyro. Like me and Tonker past it. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna point to Pyro, point to Jajal, and point to Mal. Like, yeah, y'all need some help, and then emboldening bomb them. So,
Do you have to touch them?
I do not.
Okay.
I just have to see them within 30 feet.
Yep, you got that. Yep.
Sweet. Thank you.
Okay.
Fuckers.
I've said it before, and I will say it again. I'm not a smart man.
All
I
right.
think you and Jadal have the same intelligence. Which
So I
is
will say,
which
just
is
as a
9, but-
note, in case you guys come back this way, theoretically you can't see them, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to allow it.
I don't even need to
For-
see them
for-
to be.
for
For me, it's as an action. You could choose 3 willing creatures within 30 feet. So
Oh,
I
not
don't
that you
even need
can
to
see
them.
anyway. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't even need to see them. So
Perfect. Then no worries.
Alright.
All right. Yeah, the problem here, Thola, is if we do this for another couple more rounds, you might need to start healing, not.
no, I know, dear. I know. That's
I'm
why
gonna
that-
need some heals.
That's
So,
why I
uh,
have
Say
my
that now.
channel divinity. At least I
mean-
can help these fools.
Pyro's probably easier to drag limp than to keep flying.
Probably.
Okay,
I don't weigh very much.
Okay, so as long as you've gotten 1 success, you still have advantage on this.
Oh, nice.
So make your party is halted. So make another
Wow,
round.
double 19s this time
There you
And
go,
I have
Caldrum.
advantage, right?
for 22
You have D4s.
after.
D4s.
Yeah, you don't have
after
an.
the thing.
Yes, you have
I thought
advantage.
Mal was helping, was
yes,
giving me.
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Advantage and an additional D4.
Yes.
Okay. I don't need the D4, but
Thank God.
roll it anyway.
All right.
Nice.
Did anybody fail?
I got a total of a 20 this
Nice.
time.
No, I had 22.
Okay. All right. So all of you make it, and you see just where the exit of this of this is leading out to, and it's a very like slick room. There's various colored fluids. There's almost like smells like the exotic fruit that's on your ship, but rotted. But you're not out of here yet. So we need in order to get out and have the ability to do so, we need one more round of checks, all with advantage at this point.
That's fine. I let the 3 assholes that I just emboldening bonded go first.
Well, you can't switch position in here.
Oh no! Damn it! So I'll go first. Fine.
So everyone needs to be a check to be able to move this round. So everyone make their
Oh, that's a 20. I'm
17.
It's a 20. I'm fine.
With advantage and
Yes.
bond, I rolled a 4.
check.
10.
10 on Mal and Pyro.
Me and Talk are just like, God.
Nope.
Fuck the obstacle course of hell over here.
I fucked this one too.
Jeez.
Oh no!
Okay, so that means no party member makes progress.
No, me. What? I didn't
Well,
make progress?
Sorry. Thola, you can make progress. No one else can. So
You're on your own,
That's-
so
all of those of you who failed, that's 4 psychic.
Remember us.
Thola, you may exit if you wish.
How I want to know within that distance, am I only 20 or 30 feet away from Tonk?
From Tonk, you'd be about 10 feet away.
Oh,
you-
okay.
You're right at it, so you can get out.
Oh, okay. I will keep that in mind and maybe just really attentively listen out to my compatriots. So,
Okay.
just to make yeah.
So you get out though. That's what I'm kind of.
Yes, I will get out.
All right,
yes,
all right,
and wait in the entrance. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. So you see all these fluids in this room, and it seems to exit into 4 different chambers. from where you're standing. But the rest of you, you're trying to maintain it, and it's weird because you're like, no, it's an illusion. This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real. Even as you feel it choking you and squeezing the life out of you. Go ahead and make another investigation check with advantage.
God damn it.
13? Does that make it?
13 makes it.
I fail.
19. God damn it. Now everybody else is failing.
So,
All right, so I'm gonna help Keldrum.
you are not close
rolled-
enough to help Caldrum.
I rolled a 4 and an 8,
Um,
and then rolled a 2 on the emboldening bond. Had I rolled a 4, I would have been fine.
so Tonk, you may exit.
Yeah, I'll exit.
Okay. And then I think just Caldrum there, you're going to take 4 psychic.
Can I push him a little bit, or he won't budge?
You can push him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say you can take both of you out.
Well, and I'm right behind him, and I saved. So can I get out?
Yep. And then Mao, you succeed. Yeah. So actually, with Jaw's action there, all of you are out.
Oh.
Sweet Jesus Christ.
Oh. This place
How many
sucks.
plays?
All right, how messed up is Pyro?
Very much so.
Yeah. So this would be like blood from the nose and like eyes that's coming out. Because there's definitely internal damage that has been happening.
At this point, I feel really bad for my compatriots, and they look like they've been through mental hell. I am going to use my channel divinity to heal each of them with a d6 plus my wisdom. So
1d6 or 2?
2d6.
Nice.
All right. What is 5 plus 3? Okay. So sorry, that's gonna be 14.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just feel like it's a waste fucking just doing I like either y'all all suck or one of y'all's gonna suck. Like, you know, like I can't do it like 5 times, like roll it 5 times. So yeah, it's gonna be save or suck for the rest of the time like that I do this, to be honest. So
Yeah.
yeah, but this is a good one. So y'all take that 13 and live with it. Sorry. Well, that's a cast beacon of hope where y'all get it maximum every time. So I just, you know. And I'm pretty sure it's still been within that 8 hours for sure. So those that have the, you know, aid, you should be able to get those temp hit points as well if that matters for you. For me, it did.
Nope.
So
Yeah, it did for me as well.
Not so much. Not so much.
So we have 4 exits out of this fleshy room.
There's 4 pass.
no.
This fleshy room has 4 passageways to explore.
Okay.
And it's this petrified flesh that you're still in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could take some more time, or we could possibly just go with it ourselves. Remember, time with
Alright, it's
gods take all things.
Now that you have 4 options, though, your spell becomes much
less likely.
less
Yes.
helpful.
Yep. For sure. For sure.
Just surveying the crew as they are right now. 2 seconds, Keldrum. Who's actually in trouble and who's not? So we lost the other 4 down the other passage. There's basically just 6 of us right now. Who's in rough shape? Who's in pretty okay shape after this casting happens?
Oh, I'm fine after the casting.
Good. Thumbs.
Wait,
I'm
after
pretty
who's
okay.
casting? After who's
After your
casting?
cast.
After your
I'm
after your
and I'm
channel.
also letting you know, just letting you know, as an augury spell, if you cast the spell 2 or more times, which is 2 times here, before you complete the next long rest, there is a cumulative 25% chance for each casting. After that you get a random reading. So
yeah, it's no longer
just
really
saying-
helpful.
I'm just letting you, like 2 or more. So like just note that. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. I understand as far as like Keldrum looks pretty okay, Tonk looks pretty okay, Jajal's pretty okay. Pyro's still pretty bad.
I'm okay. I mean, I've been
Would you
better,
really
but
okay, or like a stomach toe okay?
I could use more healing, but I don't necessarily need it because I'm gonna be trying to be in the back. But
And then Thola's in okay shape so far too.
Dola is a beautiful babe right now. She looks like she hasn't been touched. Like, it's amazing.
when does she not though? Right?
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
is Pyro in the like 50% okay range or the 75% okay range?
75% of his current max.
Guys, remember, Pyro only has like 20 HP anyways.
To be clear, I can't
I
tell
have
if
significantly
which
more than
one
20, but
Also resistant to fire. Let's keep that in mind.
Alright, so as a rallying point for Mal, at least, it looks like we're in a pretty reasonable position to move forward. So, Tonic, you're the smart one. What's the move?
We can always check for drafts because we are trying to get to the mouth of it.
Yeah, I don't care if you're
Clever.
All right, so this was sort of a move downward. You said it was angled downward.
Ooh,
I don't think I said that. If I did, I
Okay, you
it's
said
not so
down,
much-
but it might have just been in like the down the tunnel way.
yeah. So it was like
Can
you moved down
I-
the tunnel. Yeah.
can I make a perception smell check to see which hallway smells most of seawater?
He said that we'd need to go through his guardian to get to the ships, and he referenced up, get up to the guardian. So
But
I'm
that might
gonna
have
look.
just been a literal, like, oh, if you can make it up to my guardian, then you'll be able to have a chance. But yes, I would still check for elevation.
So do any of these tunnels look like they're actually going? They're inclined at all?
So what I'll tell you is that because if you just kind of take a cursory glance, without entering into any of the areas, 3 of them only go like 10 feet off the main passage and circle around, and they each have like this different colored liquid in them.
Oh,
And then there's one has a colored liquid in it, but proceeds deeper.
God damn it. Okay.
So-
So I'm sorry.
So there's 4 different colors of liquid here that you have
so
access to.
what colors are we seeing then?
yeah.
Sure. So starting from right to left, it's going to be kind of a transparent slime, then an orange fluid, then like black, it looks like crude oil. And the last one is kind of a weird, like green fluid, but has like this gray vapor that's coming off of it.
So basically, it's the 4 humors, more or less.
I will say, like Dola right away, like being kind of flustered, she says, I can take 22 minutes to at least determine 2 sides, but this worries me a lot. I don't trust these passages. I was thinking about maybe checking on the transparent and dark black side.
Thola, we've only got one way out of here. It's just a matter of figuring out what this is for. I don't think we need. I don't think we need you to spend the effort for any more augury just yet. So I don't want to spend the rest of the day in the lab, but I do have my alchemist supplies. Can I get just some basic information about what these?
You know
We
what?
should-
Sure. I'll give you, if you want to do an alchemy check, you may. But it can be, you have to choose, it's a separate check for every fluid.
Okay.
Thola, guide him.
Or give them the blessings of the Raven Queen. Might be another, flavor it up.
Would I be able to assist by taking out?
Is
What's up?
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just thinking, like, trying to be useful. Would I be able to just grab a handful of the ball bearings in my pack and just dropping one at the entrance of each one to see how the metal reacts to the fluid, if there's like a singeing, or if it starts rolling, or any type of change to the material?
I'll let you give the help action for that. I think that was that's well thought out. I like it.
Oh, thanks.
I'd turn to Thola and say, I don't know that we need the augury at the moment, but the helpful hand of the Raven Queen might be useful while I'm looking at these fluids.
I'm going to assume Thola casts guidance. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, yeah, she has been.
Okay. Oh, sweet Jesus.
So that's advantage and guidance, right?
Yeah.
Much better. I appreciate the advantage. 30.
Nice.
Which one were you
sorry,
looking at?
I would have done the one that was giving off the gaseous.
Okay.
Because that would have been the one I was most concerned about us being around, honestly.
Yeah, that had the gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you look at this one, you get that this if this was consumed, it would interact with the body, and this is actually right up your alley, and it would produce the ability. It would produce advantage on wisdom saving throws. But you also get with a 30 that it would deal 1d4 poison damage every round, and should the person succeed on a con save, they'd be free from the poison, but also lose the wisdom save.
Oh,
and this can be bottled.
How many vials do we have?
I mean, I normally have my full kit with me. I don't know how many bottles are normally in the kit, but
I think it's like 6.
I have one if you want to use mine.
I've got 10 oil flasks we could dump out if I want to.
okay.
And then, and I'm going to say with a 30, because that's so crazy high, you can pick another one. So no, I want to reward that.
Should I do the clear or the crude oil? And anybody else have an opinion on which one I should?
Dola was going to choose one of those, so she's satisfied with either or, to be honest.
Let's do the crude oil looking one.
The crude oil? Okay. This would be if someone would consume this, they would simply need to make a con save, or they would take 2d6 necrotic damage.
No benefit?
We should be mindful.
If they fail it. If they make it, they would heal 4d6 hit points.
We should be mindful of potential findings, the way Jajal found the hammer earlier, as well as the dagger. We should keep an eye out. So even if we have to make a pass around each of these loops, it's probably worth the effort.
So I'm gonna grab one vial of both of those.
Okay.
And let me make sure I have these.
Yeah. And you can check the others if you want. It's just this was just for the one check I gave you both of them.
Yeah. So advantage on wisdom saves.
Okay, so Alchemist Supplies has 2 glass beakers, a metal frame to hold a beaker in place over an open flame, a glass stirring rod, mortar and pestle, a pouch of common alchemical ingredients, including salt, powdered iron, and purified water. and that gives you Arcana checks, proficiency with alchemist supplies. You unlock more information on Arcana checks involving potions and similar materials.
Sure.
And investigation, when you inspect an area for clues. Proficiency with alchemist supplies grants additional insight to any chemicals or other substances that might have been used in the area.
Perfect. So I'll say you fill up 2 beakers with that.
Okay. So advantage, wisdom save, but it's poison. The gassy fluid. I'm just writing this down. So
Yeah.
I'm putting these in my inventory.
Yeah, so the gray fluid, the gas was advantage on wisdom saves, but 1d4 poison damage each round. And it lasts indefinitely or until they make a Constitution saving throw, which ends both effects. However, the other piece of information you do get is that you can bottle it, but unless you do something else, they will lose their potency within 24 hours or after 24 hours.
Okay. And the crude oil one was how many d6 healing?
4.
46.
46 healing if you make the con save. If you fail,
Matt, I have a
2d6
question.
necrotic damage.
How long have we been off? How many hours has it been off since we've been on the boat?
Since you've been on the boat,
Yes.
about
Well,
9 hours.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
We had.
I was trying to give like snacks as temporary hit points to boost that,
Yeah.
But like I said, 9 hours. 8 hours, they're done. So,
Yeah.
8 hours we still have aid, but 8 hours from the boat, that's a long time.
is that how long we've been awake, or is that just how long we've been on the boat?
He said from the boat.
From the boat. So because you got a long rest. So not that you've been awake. You've been awake around an hour.
Right, because I casted aid when I woke up.
Right.
So
8 is up, but anything you did from the boat is gone.
for
Okay.
it.
So, yeah, let's take a look at these other ones.
Does he maintain the advantage from Jadal using
Yeah.
his?
Yeah. I'll say Jaw's able to constantly get help action here. So do you want to do the
26 for the clear?
Okay. So this is the slime. And it can be bottled like the other stuff, and it has like it has a floral smell to it.
Ooh.
And you get that somebody who is completely covered in this, it has properties that are so that make them so slippery, but also just its chemical structure looks like, as you test it, it's like fire takes a long time to do something. You have like something cold causing chemical, and you realize like this would give people resistance to all damage.
Whoa.
For 1d4 rounds.
Oh, shit.
What's the negative side, though?
Yes. And then as you see that, then it kind of like explodes, and you get like as you're doing the fire, and you get that at the end of the 1d4 rounds, they'll have vulnerability to all damage for 2d6 rounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's one of them end it quickly or not things for sure. Oh my god.
Potentially helpful stuff. Just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, I like strategy games. That's why I play them by myself.
So
Which
you
I have
said
to say, I just have to give it a side. You guys are awesome. I can do a lot of stuff with this group that I can't do with all groups. You guys are very good at thinking through things.
We appreciate you.
Which I really, really appreciate, being able to flex a little bit and have a lot of fun.
You got a lot of good. You got a good lot of malleable characters here. You got a peace cleric that doesn't want peace. She just wants everyone to fuck everyone else up. And you got Tonk that just hates the Empire and it can think of anything MacGyver style. You know, it's just lovely. You got Jajal, the innocent cat that just cat daddies everything. You got Mao, the not so innocent captain. Pyro, that
with a
Pyro.
mouth on him.
Chaotic stupid.
Right, exactly. And
He is chaotic stupid.
Exactly. And you got Caldrum, who looks like got a good head on his shoulder, but at the same time, he's like, at the same
good.
time, this is okay because the rivalry is all about bullshit, and this is a lot of bullshit.
All right. So what are you doing with that? Are you doing anything with the slime?
So you said that it can be bottled or beakered, but you also said that they have to be completely covered in it. Is a beaker of this enough to completely cover yourself in?
Yeah, but you already used the 2 beakers. So if you use Jajal, you'd have any type of thing that would is a dose. So yeah, that would be
Okay.
You can get each one so far you have a use of.
Okay. And do we have another container? Does anybody have a container?
Literally, Zola has so many containers for like herbs and holy
Brewing.
water and
Brewing.
like
Brewing.
food. It's stupid.
So do you have vials in your equipment?
Yes, I have empty vials as well as full vials. Like
Okay.
it's dumb. It's
So how
dumb.
many
Like,
empty vials do you have?
I have at least 10 because I always keep at least 30 full jars of holy water with me. It's ridiculous. 30 vials. Yeah, I mean, I cast Sanctuary all the time.
Yes,
All I need is water in, vials, literally. Like, it's
Okay, so you
not
have
Sanctuary, but ceremony. Sorry.
So you have 10 empty vials written down. So you can,
Yes.
That's so there you go, Tonk.
Okay. Cool.
The majority of Thola's encumbrance weight is just vials.
Yeah, just
It's vials and incense. What do you think, my boy? Like, I'm a cleric. I'm sorry. Like, it's all I
All right.
carry.
See, I thought I had vials, but no. Apparently
The
not.
cleric does. Yes.
All right. So, yeah. Let me alchemist up the last one. You said it was a yellowy thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Orange.
She has 20 pounds of flask of holy water on you. If you ever want to know. 20 pounds! 20 pounds! It's fucking ridiculous. Stupid.
All right. Is it yellow or is it orange?
Why?
it is orange.
Orange. Okay, that's the last one. We're gonna do that one now.
You got it.
You want to know why, Pyro? Because ceremony is free, and so is water on our boat, my friend.
25.
All right. So with that, you go in and you begin to do the same thing, and immediately the orange liquid moves, and two like pseudopod shapes could come out of it and go to try to wrap you up.
Oh, shit.
And that is going to be only an 11, which you're able to quickly motor the way. And 10, you're able to just you kind of like push your stuff away, scoot real back, and you see these two like jelly shapes have formed.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And everyone can roll initiative.
Woo! Yeah, and I will be serious about that. I know it costs time. Like, it takes about 50 gold pieces to make 20 vials of holy water. But trust me, she did it.
As long as you keep track of it, we're good.
Trust.
I prefer to trust the players. So, Conk, what'd you get?
18.
Okay. Just there. And then Thola,
That's 14.
14.
I see that Tonk and I got the same. We both have 2 decks, I think. So whatever you feel, Tonk.
Whichever one you
I got
want.
3.
Yeah.
Pyro.
Whoever had 14.
Well, I accidentally re-rolled it, but it was a natural 20 for a total of 22.
Okay. Well,
I
so
had
let's
an
see.
11.
I think I have that. Yep. So I've got Mao at 14, Thola at 14, Pyro at 22, Tonk at 18, Jajal at 18, and Kaljam at 11.
And for the record, my cannon would still be up because it's not been an hour since I cast it.
You got it. Okay, Pyro, you're the first up.
Okay. I will. Can I kind of step in a way or stand in a position where I can get both of them in a 15-foot cone without anybody else?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hip check Tonk out of the way. But
All right, I'm gonna do that, and deck saves from them.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you just kind of Tonk like goes face first, like getting some dirt on him, which is really like more like refuse. But
Oh no.
all right, so 13 and
14,
11.
Both fail.
Yeah, there you go. You got like a 14, 15 there, my guy. Good job.
Well, this one it's a 14. My normal one is 16. This one I use my racial ability for.
Okay, cool.
So 9 damage.
All right, excellent. So that's 9 on both.
And then I'm gonna back away
That's
if
good.
I can without getting an opportunity attack.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, Pyro, you don't need to back away.
But I want to back away.
All right.
All right, Jajal.
Let's see here. How big do they look?
They're large. They're like 10 feet around. And like, so it's kind of interesting. One takes up the whole chamber, the other one had moved to like be on the roof of the chamber. And they is kind of how they're situated here.
Am I able to enter just one within melee range, or would I, no matter what, enter both melee range?
Yeah, you'd be into 2 melee range if you come in because of the way they're positioned. Yeah, so it's kind of their forms are blocking the entire passage.
Let's see here. Nah, I'm in the mood to stab. I'm gonna run up and stab the one that's blocking the way.
Yeah, they both are. Do you want to go? Yeah, do bottom or top?
Bottom.
You got it.
So hit is going to be a 25.
Yeah, roll that damage.
And that's going to be a 2. And wait, let's see, features and traits. If you attack, roll, sneak attack, you're within 5 feet of it. No other creatures. Okay, so then I don't get my sneak attack for that one. So I do 7 damage.
Right.
And then I'll have to use my bonus action to disengage and hop back. Since, yeah, okay, so that should make it to where I don't get hit. Sweet.
Yep. Perfect. Tonk.
Well, since Pyro moved, I'm assuming my cannon can get a point where I can hit both of the slimes and no one else.
Absolutely.
So DC 15 Dex save.
All right.
Does the cannon's range ever increase for the flamethrower?
No, but eventually the damage does.
Yeah.
Cool. And then what was your rapier? What weapon did you use?
Rapier piercing.
Rapier piercing. Thank you. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. They both failed that. Tonk.
All these damn fucking.
So
guys.
8 fire damage.
All right. You got it. Yeah. Yeah. The liquid in them starts to evaporate. It's kind of they're getting pasty.
And then I'm going to shoot the one on the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah.
15.
That hits.
Uh, 17 fire damage.
Nice. All right. Yeah, that goes. Yeah, you fire that, and it kind of blows up, and it's It's absolutely messed up from that. It's like it looks like it's almost shrunk, but it's still there.
Nice shot.
Yeah, and I don't need to move at this point.
Okay. So they each, from your position, yeah, I think they're going to continue after they both like move 10 feet closer and close the distance on you, Talk. This passageway is really only like 10 feet wide, so it's hard to get away from them. And they are both going to strike out. It's going to be a 15 to hit.
Miss.
And a 23 to hit.
Well, that hits.
All right, yeah. So this one just gets you square in the face as your face begins to burn as well. So that's 7 bludgeoning and 2 acid damage.
Damn.
Face shots are rude.
And with that is going to be Mal's turn.
You keep either missing or hitting just above shield range.
So to be clear, these are actual slimes, right? Slime-like things.
Yeah.
And the last time I played with slimes, what I found out the hard way was they don't really take a whole lot of damage from my slicey bits, but standoff weapons maybe.
Right. Yeah. It didn't like the slicing damage. It didn't take damage from the last thing. The last thing similar to this you faced.
Okay. So I could probably close and bring in swords, but I'm probably just gonna actually. Let's do the improvised weapon trick and throw a flask of oil on one of them. Okay. Possible?
Yep. Roll to hit with the oil.
All right, so that's just going to be dex, right?
Yep.
23.
23, yeah. Do you want bottom or top?
Is either of them particularly bigger or no?
The one on top's the biggest at this point.
No, didn't I? Because I targeted the one on the top. The one on the top should be tiny, and the.
Sorry, that is correct.
All right, one on bottom then.
Yep, go for it.
Cool. So it's just oil. It's not going to cause any damage until somebody likes it, but it's there.
Yeah, so there's this oil that seems to kind of adhere and become cohesive with the jelly itself.
Cool. And then I'm not in threat range, so I'll probably just stay put.
All right, Thola.
Thola sees this, and she particularly doesn't have too many spells that create fire, but she does know some people that do. Is there any way for her to back up a little bit from where the enemies are while possibly casting like Toll Dead of the biggest looking one?
Wait, is Pyro's hair still on a stick that you're holding?
Probably, yeah. He hasn't gotten it back.
Yeah, you can do Toll the Dead. And get back there, yeah. That's a wisdom save. So for wisdom save, it got 11.
Is that the first time you're told the dead's actually done damage?
I think.
Thola?
Why are we throwing shade at Thola?
Second time, I think, of all.
Okay.
Why is Thola catching shade right now?
All right. Roll your Toll the Dead damage, full damage, because it's injured.
Nice.
2d12.
That's a 14 now.
Yes. 14 necrotic, right?
Yes, just the
Yeah,
glorious bells ringing its ear.
There's like vibrations and like it's just pieces of it turn black, and it's just kind of like falling off in big clumps.
Beautiful. I love that. It's gorgeous. And I will stand fast where I am now.
All right, Caldrum.
All right. So which one looks the most damaged? The one that was on the ceiling or the one that's on the floor?
At this point, it's going to be the floor.
Okay, I'll have Noctis go and harry it, and then fly back out with flyby, so I can get my advantage with Dante's pistol. Let's do one more. So 28 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
11 piercing damage.
Yeah, I would say with that, there's a flash as the whole jelly kind of crumples up and just goes inert.
All right.
So that one is gone.
There's still one more?
Yep.
Okay, second shot. Does a 15 hit?
It hits.
All right. Another 11 damage.
That takes it out.
Nice.
All right, so the pool kind of calms down, and you're there staring at this.
How the hell were you supposed to bottle that?
Is there any of the orange fluid left at this point?
You see that like the jellies have like at this point kind of started to flow back, and you can see that probably I would say with all your checks, within an hour they'll probably reform. And so there's no real way to take pieces of this as they kind of start to reform themselves.
All right, cool. Well, that's that.
And you see, so this is the room with the orange is where this kind of goes to a passageway. You just see like this door that looks like it's made of like undead flesh. That looks like it's really it can go one character at a time, and is one way.
You look good.
It's one way?
Mm-hmm.
How do we know that exactly? Is it like some kind of like valve that like pushes you through and can't let you back in, or how does that work?
Yeah, what it looks like is that as you push on it, you would come in, and it's essentially like a muscular tube that pushes you forward and through.
Weird.
Almost like an artery.
All right. Well, don't want to be here when those things reform. I have samples from all the other pools. So let's go.
Is the oil still on the floor, or did it kind of dry up with the jelly?
Before our firewalker walks through it.
I would say that the oil now is kind of mixed in that pool a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna quick light it on fire. Before anybody goes through.
Oh,
like as soon as
oil?
the fight was as soon as the fire was done, that was going to be my next move no matter what. So is
okay, yeah. So you let the oil lights and it burns off.
It's like laying down breadcrumbs for you guys.
Yep, pretty much.
And everyone's okay with moving forward here?
Yes.
All right.
Should probably talk marching order because the first person through is going to have a surprise, probably.
I can go this time if y'all want. Take
Like
turns.
soft and sneaky, or should we put Fireboy through first?
I can be sneaky.
Well, I can bring me and the cannon, and I can try and be sneaky. I'm not as good as Jajal, but I'm not bad.
To be perfectly clear, you are the smallest target.
Yeah. Dolo will not volunteer, seeing as she's wearing clanky ass armor.
Okay. So I would do rock paper scissors, but I think Tonk probably wins this one.
All right, so I'll go through first.
A little bit. You good?
But she is willing to. Oh gosh, Nika's ability check though. That would be Boldening Bond. Do I want to do all that? I like all.
I mean, you can just guidance yourself.
I mean, yes. I could just guiding myself, but if I wanted to do bless, for instance, for the others around me,
How long does bless
saving
last,
throw
though?
an attack roll will help, but not for the sneak roll. So, but if we do all want to go, I could try to help myself. You know.
Only one of us can go at a time.
Oh,
I feel like the answer probably is Thola. You want to go second and pull Tonk out if it becomes a problem?
If Thola goes last, she can grant us the Raven Queen's blessing as we attempt it.
true. I could always save you if you're down, and also assist you if need be.
Okay, so I'm gonna just ask Pyro, do you mind being in the middle so we have a little firepower, and then Jajal, you and I are a little on the sneaky side. We don't normally go in the back rear guard, but probably a little quicker back there. So,
All right, I will try and go forward, bringing my Eldritch Cannon that's still in size tiny, and I'm gonna try and stealth.
Okay.
Not just because I'd like to not start a fight when it's just me on the other side of this door.
Absolutely.
What are you talking about? You have Gizmo with you.
Go ahead
I mean,
and make
yes, it's me,
Or
my
Gidget,
cannon, Gidget, and Trinket. It's not just me. You're right.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check.
21.
Nice.
All right. So you go through, and it kind of it's kind of the sucking sound, and you got these fluids around you as you feel yourself pulled and pushed, and it contracts, and it kind of you come out with a little sound on the other, and as you fall, and you're able to catch yourself, and you see in this room there are 4 skeletons, and they are humanoid, but it seems like it's like, first of all, in here there's piles and piles and piles of bones, and you see that these particular 4 skeletons have their bones plus other bones fused onto them. That makes
if Thola was a particular cleric, she would love this room.
So it's making their fists almost the size of shields.
Okay. Is there any way for me to, at a very, very quick glance, very quick Arcana check, tell if the same thing that was done to the other skeletons about sort of bringing out their nature, special ability type things was done to these ones?
And make an Arcana check.
Nat 20, 27.
Nice.
And if I'm being guidanced, that'll get me up to 30.
Okay, so what you immediately get is that while there's piles of bones in here, they are organized by type. And
Organized in a hierarchy like Modron.
that they also are, like, you see there's there's energy here that is automatically assembling them, that is following some type of pattern. And I would say you get from these that these have been more modified than enhanced with racial power. So less racial power, more just engineering.
It's just like engineered, slightly, we'll put a lesser soul in this and let it go type deal.
Well, more engineered with just like that they fused more bones onto it. So you see that they're gonna do more damage and possibly have be able to absorb damage with their fists.
Gotcha. So we don't know particularly what they would do, but they seem like big undead creatures. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what Tonk gets there. And then I would say I'm going to give you this 30. Like, you definitely get that this creature creation, you're just like, has to be the work of a piece of the moon. Like, it's just too much. Like, you're just like thinking of what this has to be and all this customization.
Do I immediately see it? Like, is it on a central pedestal in this creation mechanism?
The piece isn't here, but you get that just by the nature. Like, you're thinking of this, that this has to be sustained by something like that.
Okay. Thola, like you said, she's not.
So
dumb, but
Thola, did you come
remembers
through? You came through next.
I came with Tonk. Yeah, I followed Tonk.
Okay, go ahead and
everywhere.
make a stealth check for me, Thola.
Okay, we'll do that.
And do you have disadvantage, or do you have lighter armor?
I do have disadvantage, but I have the +4. So,
all right, well, roll it.
Let's do it. All right, we'll probably take that one. That's 10 exactly, my friend.
Okay. I would say with that, you land, and you didn't know they were there. So Tonk, you're hidden. Tholo, you land with a big poof, and the four skeletons turn and immediately attack.
Fair.
So they're gonna get a quick surprise round, and then we'll say everyone else will pop through right after the surprise round.
Yeah, I mean, I'll like, as soon as they turn, I don't know if they can hear me through that muscular door or whatever, but I'm just gonna sort of holler. Actually, no, they don't see me yet. I'm gonna wait. Never mind.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely. So let me quickly get this here.
When do we get a raging barbarian in this bitch?
As soon as we die.
As soon as somebody dies, I think that's everyone's thing. Is whoever dies first is coming back with some sort of tank.
Very good. Okay, so real quick here, it's going to be 7
Misses.
23,
That makes.
12,
That misses.
and 9.
That also misses.
Okay, so I got to look at my modified damage. Where am I? There it is. All right, go ahead and make a strength save for me.
Yes. That's a 19 plus 1, so 20.
Okay, yeah, you almost get knocked down, but you're able to. So it smacks in and just kind of rings your head a little bit. You're able to maintain your composure, but you do take 8 bludgeoning.
For sure. So for sure, like one incorporeal form attacks me type deal.
Yeah, there's skeletons. Yeah, they hit you hard. Yeah,
It's like one skeleton form. Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that it's like just that one form.
4 attacked you, 1 hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and so I would say with this, the rest of you kind of pop out, get ready, and I say facing this, I think we'll end for this evening,
Okay.
and we'll pick up with the combat next week.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Y'all good with that?
Yeah.
All right. I think we can handle it, Just, keep me alive. That's the name of it. No, just kidding. No, but this is a really
you
good
the
watching.
cleric?
We're gonna
You're
end
supposed
up-
to keep everybody else alive right now.
Yes. This is a good session, though. I like it, guys. You guys, this is a nice mixture of problem solving and doing what we do most. I think we're a good team solving team. We just got to keep that up.